Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman, and welcome to the pub here with the Shills for a one and only pub chat, after chat, drunk chat, chatty chat, all those chat things, you know, the things that we like. And we have amazing news. First things first, the pub's going to reopen on the 12th of April. Fuck yes, I get draft beer again. Yeah! Oh my God. Woo! I cannot wait. And then I've got a cough as well. God damn it. Second, that we've got amazing guests and we're going to talk about things. I'm not sure what the things are because everything I want to talk about has been talked about by other people. You bastards! How dare you do streams when I want to do streams in their hairy asses? But to take us round the table, see who's here. It's the one and only Floating Head who absolutely destroyed Level Earth Observer the other day. Fuck, that was good. It's Dead Kennedy in Space.
Oh,
is that
God.
right this week?
Level Earth Observer. What a fucking moron that guy is. Like, imagine just watching people land on another planet and your response is, I'm not convinced. What's scientific about it? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's been fun. I'm working on a couple other videos, a lengthy debunk of a documentary called American Moon, which is going to take some time because it's 3.5 hours long, and also a dinosaur documentary about a very unlucky Allosaurus.
Nice. I did see the half-perfect video for you today, apart from who made it, because it's by that Jewish, anti-Jewish, slightly bad Germany type person. I think you know exactly who I mean, whose name I don't want to say, but who's doing how the Mars rover doesn't go.
I suspect I know who you mean, but the issue is there's a couple that actually fit that description.
Ah, shit, yeah. Oh, the bad one with the book and the old really stupid stuff. The really stupid one.
That one. Got it.
It turns out he got maths. Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, before we move on to anybody else here, how are you, Barman?
I'm doing really, really well. My prep week is over, so that's fucking fantastic. I have
hold on. Your prep week is over. How is your fucking sanity?
Well, luckily, I recorded them all within 24 hours, so I've had actually 6 days of recovery time. So I'm not too bad now. And even better, when somebody's channel got nuked today, who was that? Oh, yeah, that would be Daniel fucking Pratt's channel got nuked.
And he's already back.
I know. Fucking joke, isn't he? But I did. I've made some merch. I'm going to chill merch because I can. But it will be on the Shills Teespring as well. I'm going to talk to Dick later and get it on there so you can get it on both because we're awesome. And we'll do a special one for the Shills one.
Nice. Awesome. All right, let's see who else we have with us here. Fiddling with all the buttons, Mr. Dawson. How are you today?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. I had a great stream earlier on Beaver's channel where we were talking about the absolute fucking clusterfuck that is Thunderfoot's lawsuit and copyright dispute with that other guy. And it's a very, very interesting issue. I really, really am going to make sure that we talk about it again on this show as well, because there is there's a lot of misinformation when it comes to fair use and how it truly applies. And a lot of people have what they think is knowledge that isn't quite true because it's been spread. It's like going to the dog park and filling a peanut butter jar with dog shit. And that dog shit has been spread over the internet year after year after year. And there's a lot of falsehoods in what people really believed when as it pertains to fair use. And I would really, really, really like to hammer that out a little bit in the show coming up. Otherwise, my son and I have been setting up a new fish tank. It's going awesome, fantastic. We've got some killer critters. Life in my world is absolutely kicking ass and taking names. So watch out, world. I'm coming for you.
Fair enough. High energy. I like it. I do think we definitely should discuss the Thunderfoot thing. I'm just going to repeat the tweet I made just a few minutes ago. At the end of the day, it's always more complicated than one person being wrong and one being right. Fair use has rules, but also maybe don't be a dick when people mess up using it. But that's none of my business. Let's see. Who else do we have here? We got Hey, this room filled up suddenly and I didn't notice. Let's see. Purple rhymes with orange. How are you today?
Oh, doing good.
Excellent, excellent. Anything new in your world?
No, not too much. I'm going to have a busy night because after this, I'm going to be on Will and Jen's show and then doing my midnight show.
Right on.
Nice.
Oh, cool. You holy shit, dude. Wow.
Basically a full-time streamer. Very good. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Also joining us is DKG Custom. How are you today?
Well, I forced myself in here. It wasn't really an invite. I just said, "Where's my link? I'm coming in." I'm really sad.
He's not lying.
Yeah. Now he's. No, I never lie. I never lie. I'm really sad actually because I wanted to be the one to tell you about Eric Dubé's new video, but I think Barman's one of the only one.
You
Barman's the only one
said
that's
the
actually
name.
Barman's the only one who's actually seen it. I haven't actually watched it yet.
I haven't watched all of it. I downloaded it and checked out a couple of little bits, and the comments were hilarious because one person linked to a timestamp and said, "Look, it's the NASA 666." And I looked at it and it was like, "Yes, the Perseverance rover's traveled 127 million miles." And I went, "Well, that's not fucking right to start with." And then it said, "That means it's traveled this far a day." I said, "Well, no, it fucking hasn't because that's not even working out the maths on how long it fucking traveled. Do you actually check any maths on this, Dubé?" And then I got called a sheep, which was awesome.
You know what's so much worse than that? I don't know who to blame now, Barman or DKG, one of the two. I just went while you guys were talking and listened to the first 5 seconds of it, and he called NASA the biggest black budget, black ops, blah 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 thing ever. Did you fucking forget the military exists, you asshole?
What's
NASA's
budget?
Nazi. God, I hate that guy.
Yeah. What's NASA's budget again? 0.47% of the fucking US national budget.
About that, about $60 per person per year.
and the rest of it's the military.
Good amount is Jesus.
Yeah, if they wanted to lose money, they don't even need NASA. They could just bury it in the military under something with a strange name.
They could bury it in their expense accounts for the fucking politicians, more than likely. That's what the UK politicians do. Expenses? Hell yes.
All politics.
Well, okay. Now I know what my next fucking video is. Thanks, you asshole.
Well, we just set him up for you, Kevin. We just set him up. We can't be bothered to do anything ourselves anymore, so we just set him up.
Okay, hold on here. Kevin, intros,
Yes.
deep breath, intros.
Before we get too far off topic,
Sorry.
Let's see. Who do I go with first? Aimee, the one keeping track of the chat and keeping us all in line. How are you today?
I am doing very well, thank you. Remember your strategies. I always have to say that to Matt. Yeah, everything is going great. I'm so excited. I was excited when I saw that Daniel Pratt's channel went down, but I'm sure he has one back up again already because he's just that bad. But I want to thank everyone for coming today in the chat. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Blue Earth Media for coming as well. Thank you. We appreciate it so much.
Including the fake news.
All right, excellent. Oh, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the fake news. All right.
Fake news. There it is.
There he is.
There
Excellent.
he is.
Excellent. And last but certainly not least, can't be least because his icon's nice and big right in the middle of the screen there. Blue Earth Media, how are you today?
Hey guys, little jealous of DKG over there. He could just barge in. I've got to send in an application just to be considered, and then it's got to go in for a vote, and then I got to be put on a waiting list for about 3 weeks, and then I might get a chance. Y'all like roll a dice or something. I was just told that y'all roll like a D20. If it rolls like a 5, I get into the thing. So I'm glad to make it. I feel really lucky right now, and I can't wait for a good chat. And I feel kind of blessed here because I don't know who this person you're talking about is who got down. I'm kind of glad I don't. This Pratt guy. I don't really know who this guy is. I think I've been out of the loop in the conspiracy stuff a little too long now, and I think it's a good thing based on what you guys are saying.
Oh boy.
Daniel Pratt, water heater.
Ugh.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, the guy who's tied, the angry old man who's tied to his water heater, and
When it comes to
basically-
angry old man, it's taffy or nothing. That
Oh God, yeah.
Taffy is about 10 times more entertaining than Pratt is.
Taffy is the most entertaining person I've ever found on the internet. I'm just to state that right now. Like, I've never gotten more like just memes with my friends than the ha ha boom boom. He's repeated probably 10 times in my household. He's so terrible. It's great.
Did anybody else hear Pat Travers? Boom, boom! Out go the lights.
This is like, you are a moron. Ha ha boom boom. The brilliant Taffy wins. The brilliant expat Taffy is so much smarter than you. Ha ha boom boom.
I was gonna say, but Pratt can be funny if you get a video where he's not being racist, homophobic, being a weird, calling everyone a paedophile sort of person. So that 1 in 10 videos you're fine with.
Oh, forget Andy's science.
Yeah, like putting a hose on a barbecue or whatever the fuck it was he did.
That was his enema hose as well.
I'm close, right? There was a barbecue involved.
There was, yeah, there was.
Wait, so he just
it was-
sprayed water on a fire and that was an experiment?
No, he
It
tried
was-
to go on.
You know, you go ahead, Barman, if you remember it better than I do.
Oh, I only roughly remember it, and I'm drunk. But it was roughly he was using
Again.
water in a tube to show that gravity didn't exist by using the added mass of a barbecue to show that the water wasn't bending around the added mass of the barbecue. Because that barbecue was going to add so much fucking mass.
Oh, it's so good. That's my favorite. That's like that's like Pratt's like that's interesting, like Jaronism's that's interesting. That's his moment like that. His
So,
him and
like,
his
it-
goddamn
what-
barbecue.
What did he expect to happen? Like Peter Griffin, like tossing the TV around Peter Griffin and Family Guy, where it just goes around him and around him. Is that what he expected to happen?
That's honestly that when you try and describe orbit to them, I think that's what they're imagining in their head is like the cartoon version of like, you know, a fat person's walking down the street and you throw an apple at them and it starts circling around them.
We need to give all flat earthers free copies of Kerbal Space Program.
No, dude, honestly, that is the solution. Like, you want to hear
It
something
is.
crazy? You want to hear something, a crazy story about Kerbal Space Program real quick?
I
My senior project in high school, I was in an aerospace engineering class, and I got 1 grade the entire class. The only grade was playing Kerbal Space Program. I had convinced my teacher that to let me order a classroom copy of Kerbal Space Program, an educational copy, because they sold them. I don't know if they still do, but they sold them at the time. And it was educational copies of Kerbal Space Program, and I would write up a 6-week syllabus, a course, for all the students after me to go through and learn aerospace engineering. And I think the final was to land on the moon. That was the final, and you'd like week 1, you'd get off the ground, and you'd have to go through all the steps that NASA went through in order to land on the moon, and that was the ultimate syllabus. But I had it all written out, and so my entire senior year in this class in high school was just playing Kerbal Space Program. That's all it was.
That's
So-
kind of amazing.
Nice.
Kevin, you got to call out that fucking
I
you
was
got to do
while he
it.
was saying it because early on at some point he said Kerbal Space Program and the subtitles said Kerbal Spray Scrum.
That's perfect. That is perfect.
So, like, yeah, you can it's incredible that you can legitimately learn and teach from this program. It's so great. And I
It is.
completely agree on the notion. Just give the moon deniers and give the flat earthers Kerbal Space Program, and it will solve so many problems. Now they're gonna complain that it's all CGI, but
Of course.
Yeah,
But,
I
like,
do
yeah, it
think
does-
one thing though. Oh, go on, Kevin.
I was just gonna say it really does help visualize the concepts. Like I never really comprehended establishing orbit until I was doing it in the game and I realized, oh, it really is throwing yourself at the ground and missing, because I'm, 75 kilometers up right now and I'm pointed at the ground, but I don't end up hitting it.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's a great visualization.
You don't. There was a line in the movie First Man where the guy who's playing Armstrong, I forgot what the actor's name is, but he's playing Armstrong, and he goes back to his wife and he says, it goes against your every instinct, because in order to go faster in space, you have to point your engine backwards and slow down. You have to slow down to drop to a lower orbit, and it'll speed you up. And to speed up and to slow down, you have to point your engines out and go to a longer orbit, and it will slow you down.
It's completely unintuitive.
Yeah.
I do think
it makes sense when you have an educational background to understand it, but for the armchair logistics, it makes no sense.
It's honestly, playing Kerbal taught me to stop thinking of it as like forward and backward and stuff. I just started thinking like prograde, retrograde, normal, anti-normal. That's all I thought in, because up and down ceases to have meaning.
It's probably a good idea that you're not driving right now then, because you imagine, okay, I got to hit the retrograde boosters. No, Kevin, they're the brakes.
I do think we're giving Flat Earthers a bit of credit, though. We're thinking they can manage to figure out Kerbal Space Program when a good chunk of them to put videos in their YouTube videos will record it with their phone from a screen. And we think they're going to handle Kerbal.
That's true, but I would accept a video of someone filming a Flurf playing Kerbal.
I would.
You're giving them too much credit there. Most of them can't even get on camera themselves. They have their camera pointed off slightly to the side, where you only see like half their face. Or even worse, they're driving and the phone falls off the dash.
Well, it would blow their mind if they really tried to think about what it took to land something on Mars. Because you're launching and you're not shooting for Mars. You're predicting where Mars is going to be several months ahead.
Yeah, receiver will be there because that's what the play ordered.
Yeah.
Right? We should take a second. Kevin, we have a new arrival.
Yes, we do. GeoSam has joined us. How are you today, GeoSam?
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
Great. Good to be here. Thanks for letting me join.
Hey, Sam, I think you might want to turn your camera off so your logo appears on the stream. Right now, it's just a black screen every time you talk.
Ominous.
Hey, there we go.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, I don't see my...
That's better. You're good.
No,
Looking good now.
You won't see your own logo, except maybe in the top right corner.
All right, cool.
All right. So what's new in your world, Sam?
Well, not a whole hell of a lot, but I have a lot of extra time on my hands. So, I have a housemate, and he went camping, so I have the whole house to myself for the whole week. So I've been drinking up a storm and doing whatever I want for whatever length of time I wish to do it. Because normally I can't stream. I can't go on to live streams at night after a certain hour, because otherwise I'll be disturbing him. Which I get that.
Now, when you say you went camping, I'm assuming you meant it's like in a tent or something, not just wearing outrageous clothes, walking up and down the street, going, "Hello."
No. He has a camper. It's like a convertible. It pops up, and it's like fully equipped, and he takes that on his truck and goes wherever he goes. And
wait, you sure he's not a flat earther?
No, he's not a flat earther. He's not a believer either.
Oh, that's all right then. Well, maybe. I was going to say you could just stream from your car and pretend to be a flat earther. But if he's got a camper, does it live on the drive when he's not camping? Can you not just borrow that and stream from in there?
And is a camper, when parked by the river, not just a van?
It's a
No.
double.
Sorry guys, but I did want to make sure. Did we get the Ash Scott comment in? Oh my God, it was so good. Louis Armstrong was a shill. We can't get through the Van Halen belts. That's the best comment ever.
That's not bad, that at all.
Louis Armstrong, my favorite astronaut.
Oh God.
I will say, as amusing and silly as that comment is, because that's an argument they use, right? We couldn't get through the Van Allen belts. I finally figured out what the fallacy is for that, because I've always known that there was something wrong with saying this thing that NASA told me about is the reason NASA didn't go to the moon, right? There's something fallacious about that reasoning. It's called the fallacy of stolen concept.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. And it's basically when you cherry pick one part of someone's idea and ignore the bulk of their work. So like, you know, that one person who finds the one time that Einstein said the word flat.
So we could use that on CC, because CC's done the whole thing with, hey, look, this helicopter can't work because there's no atmosphere. How do you know there's no atmosphere? And it's not even that there is no atmosphere. It's just very, very, very little, like your brain. You don't have one. It's just really small, like your penis. Sorry.
I think that's a new one. I don't think that's in the debunked game.
Well, his penis isn't in the bunk game. I'm not surprised.
No, the new fallacy. What was that? The fallacy of...
Fallacy.
Yeah, no, I was talking to David. Orange,
Yeah.
I was talking to David, and the penile fallacy is in the list. It's just not quite recognized yet.
You got to use a microscope to see it.
Awesome.
I've made a note on that on my sticky notes on Windows. There we go. Fallacy of stolen knowledge.
It is.
Well,
It is one of those situations where I learned a new word and I am just waiting to use it.
Yep.
Just make up words. That it's just as fun, because all words are made up, so you'd never actually be able to be wrong about making up a word.
Well, I'm working on making up several alien languages for my novel, so.
Nice.
Ooh,
yeah, but if you're
fun.
making up a language, it has to make some sort of coherent sense along the languagical course of a langicals.
Right.
Oh, so then make sure you don't base it on anything CC has said. There you go.
But he is an alien. That's why he's trying to tell everyone we can't go to space, so we can't go to the secret moon bases where he keeps all his hookers and blackjack, and he forgot about the blackjack, and there's actually just hookers.
Screw the whole thing.
Oh man, that nonsense sentence you spoke a moment ago reminded me of have you seen that meme of the guy talking about if you accept that a word is some letters followed by a space and then a crumpets and then he screams and that's the end of the meme?
I haven't seen that one, no.
That sounds so Monty Python. Wow.
It's very Monty Python.
Like when you said that, I pictured John Cleese's face.
Nice. Nice.
You know. Amazing. So, now, as it pertains to the Thunderfoot situation here, we've got a more fuller panel. Blue Earth Media, are you up to speed on this whole Thunderfoot thing?
I am not. No.
Okay. So, Thunderfoot put out a video, right? And in the video, he used 15 seconds of somebody else's video. But as far as I know, and I'm not 100% here, so, please feel free to, tell me how fucking wrong I am in the comments, because I'm sure it's coming. As far as I understand, what happened is he used 15 seconds of another person's video, but he didn't actually critique it or comment on it. He actually used the video for what it was originally meant to be, to reinforce his position in a different discussion. And as such, because he hasn't critiqued or, commented on or debunked or transformed the original video in any way, the person who put up the original video has put a claim on him, disallowed his counterclaim of fair use, and gone the lawyer route. And I still haven't seen the footage, but I've heard people talk about, oh, it's only 15 seconds, so that's fair use. Yeah, bullshit. There's no time limit in fair use.
Yeah,
right?
That's not how fair use works. You can use a single
Right.
frame. That's not how fair use works.
That's right.
Ask
Yeah, the
PewDiePie.
Well,
That's not
Blue-
how it works.
Right. So, Blue, the reason I turn to you is you're a proper critical thinker, unlike a lot of people claim to be. And as such, right, you've got something that, like, you know, look at music. You can't really do music because when you put the song in, it is the song. You can't say that you transformed it or anything. So, you know, in hearing what I've said so far, do you not agree that it's probably not fair use?
So, all right. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to go in my head, since you're kind of approaching that it's not fair use. I'm gonna see if I can justify it being fair use, and if I can't, well, then it's not fair use. Simple as that. I did
originally.
So
I did originally do what you did, so I'm looking forward to this. Go for it.
I'm gonna try to do it real quick. All right, so it's not that, again, time limits don't matter. The only reason why us YouTubers think in the time limits real quick is because that's kind of a way of skirting around it. Even if our thing is fair use, we still want to look at our time limits. I heard a good thing is, like, if you're using a movie clip, don't use more than 7 seconds at a time. It's not because of legal reasons. It's because getting around the bots that are going to pop you up anyway. So. And also, it's not that it needs to be a critique and that it needs to be against the subject. It has to transform it and put some kind of extra commentary on top. You have to have some kind of context that will give it another piece of commentary other than its original intent. You have to be showing it to an audience that would not originally have seen it. So you can't just present it to the same audience again, because then they can come at you with the claim that you're trying to steal their audience and steal their money and steal their monetization. It doesn't have to be monetized or anything like that. So if it's showing it that it enforces his argument, I don't know if I can see a claim that it is in any other kind of context, that it's in any. I don't see what he would be adding to the 15 seconds. Again, obviously, I haven't seen it. I think I've seen one Thunderfoot video ever, so I don't watch much of his stuff. If it is backing up his claim, and I'm not a lawyer, but if it's backing up his claim and he is claiming that it backs up his claim, I wonder if you can make an argument that the commentary you're making on the video is that it agrees with you. I wonder if you can make that argument. I think if you can make that argument, you may be able to skirt by, but my initial impression is that it's not fair use. I'm just wondering if you can make that argument that you imply that you are implying that it backs up your argument by showing it in the context of this backs up my argument. And if that's enough commentary to say that it's fair use, and if you could also claim that the audience you're showing it to would not have seen the video anyway.
We'll do more explanation on the full bits of the video. Maybe
not bad, buddy.
A bit more. Purple's looking to get in, though. Purple!
Yeah, I did see the Thunderfoot video. I also saw where he responded to this guy's claim. And part of it is the guy filing the claim on Thunderfoot is saying that he's a professional videographer, so effectively his images or the footage is his product that he normally sells. As far as the time limits, I know there is, part of the phrasing in the U.S. statute for fair use says something about you can use up to 17% of the original work.
I think it was a 15-second clip over from a 7-minute video put into a 22-minute video. Kevin, go on.
Well, part of the issue with that is that there's also it's ambiguous. Like, yes, how much you use matters, but at the same time, there's kind of like a heart of the product sort of thing. Like, for instance, when I was making a review on the second Godzilla movie, Godzilla Raids Again, it has one climactic scene that's kind of the iconic scene of the movie. And no matter what way I cut it, I could not use a single fucking second of that scene. They wanted that scene intact, but I could use 20 to 30 seconds of other scenes in the movie. It's the problem is that it's all very ambiguous. I think that's all.
That's mad.
Yeah, the spirit of the law is to prevent you from stealing someone else's logo or stealing a painting that someone else did and selling it as your own. And so basically you could take a screenshot, just a screenshot from Avengers, and then put it on a t-shirt and start selling those t-shirts, and that would be illegal. Like that's not fair use. And it doesn't matter that you're not using a whole clip, like 17% of the movie on this t-shirt. It matters that you're just using a piece of their image. Now, typically, they won't come after it. There's also the aspect of and the reason why, sorry, I'm talking really weird because I'm trying to remember my old classes I took on this, but the reason why the audience matters is because if you're showing it to an audience that wouldn't have watched it anyway, you're not taking away any potential customers. So in that same spirit, if I were to take the pinnacle scene from the Godzilla versus King Kong movie or whatever, and take the pinnacle image from that, put it on a t-shirt just as it is, and start selling it, and that pinnacle image would be a spoiler of some kind, or the entire reason somebody would go see the movie is to see that scene right there, then and I'm wearing it around for people to see it on my shirt instead of going to the theater and buying a ticket to watch it, I am taking away money from the original creator. Therefore, it is not, they would have a reason to come after me. It is not fair use. Whereas if I were to take a screenshot from the credits, if I were to take a frame from the credits and put it on a t-shirt, they don't actually have a claim, because there's no way there's no reasonable way that would take away customers from that product.
Makes sense. Kevin, you were looking to get in there.
I was gonna. There's more that people want to say about what Mellowbird said, but I just wanted to say that the nobody familiar with the 4 criteria would dream of filing a claim. That's objectively not true. They would, and they have. That's just plain not true, because I've had numerous cases that are objectively fair use get struck down myself.
Yeah,
like
I've had a strike from fucking Orphan Red for using just her laugh, just her fucking laugh, in a promo for a set of videos on her.
I remember that shit. That was fucking outrageous. Fucking stupid. Fucking cleavage. Fucking selling bitch.
Yeah. Sorry, Kevin, I
Somebody,
cut you off there.
At one point, somebody had filed the claim against I'm having trouble with names now.
Just say person X.
Yeah, but
that dumb fuck would probably sell it.
No, they claim that they had a copyright on the tone of his ding, the idiot counter.
Oh, that was that was Cinema Sins versus Skeptic back when almost 2 years ago when Pratt did the DMCA false takedowns on him.
Yeah.
No, I missed all that.
Fun fact, if you look up the CinemaSins sound, if you try and find that sound, it was uploaded as ding sound effect, copyright free.
That's right. That's right. It was complete bullshit.
Well,
a very quick one. Even if they'd uploaded a copy, if it was a copyrighted ding, if your bell happened to make the same fucking ding,
but it wouldn't.
A tough shit moment.
It wouldn't. Based on the microphone and the preamp, the sound wave would be different, and it would be very easy to prove.
Yeah,
damn sound engineers.
That's me, baby.
No, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best scam these days is to create a catalog of copyright-free music and sound effects, and then sell that to another corporation who then takes the copyright-free thing off, and then you can just go in and hit all these different channels on YouTube.
DK, you have no idea how intimately familiar I am with that.
DK, this is about to be exposed as a massive scam on our channel. Kevin and myself, we've been fighting this in the background, and through a little bit of looking into and whatnot, we have discovered an unbelievable music copyright scam, and we're about to blow the lid off it.
Well, maybe you shouldn't fight it. Maybe you shouldn't fight it. Maybe you should just like come up with your own and.
No. This is dirty. No. This is dirty fucking pool, and I will not be a part of it. No fucking way.
There's a lot of dirty shit in the world.
That's some proper journalism right there. I'll accept that.
I will say, if I had any musical inclination whatsoever, I would make my own music, but I am fucking tone deaf.
And I'm not, and I do.
Yeah,
and I know the rules, and these people are breaking them, but we're gonna fucking break them back. Oh yeah.
Hey Kevin, Beethoven was tone deaf. Well, he was deaf
after he figured out how to make music.
Yeah, but it's all mathematical. Once you understand the theory of music, you could sit down and script a symphony without having ears. As long as you can perceive what it will be, you're fine. It may take a little bit more exceptional creativity and foresight compared to the odd person, but it's not unrealistic because it is mathematical relationships.
All right,
I could see that.
If you'll all excuse me, I have the legs of a piano to saw off.
Theoretically,
you don't mean the piano sitting behind me, do you? Sorry.
Theoretically, I could see that somebody who had never heard the music could analyze other compositions as a mathematical formula, and through that formulate new pieces.
From what I understand, there's a lot of good math in music. There's a lot of deals with what our ears find pleasant versus what other kind of ears find pleasant and stuff like that. It's the music seems really interesting from a scientific point of view. I really like it.
Yeah, I agree very much.
You ever seen a YouTube channel called Sideways? If you don't mind, if I shill a YouTube channel real quick.
We are the Shills, dude.
How dare you shill among the Shills?
Oh, come on. No, there's a channel called Sideways that does a lot of analytic videos of different soundtracks for movies, different plays and operas, and different compositions and stuff like that. And a lot of music history in there if y'all are more interested in the music side.
I know the fella. He's very good.
Oh, it's so great. I love his channel. I actually want to give him a shout out in this video whenever I freaking get done with it.
Get on with it.
I can't. It's so hard to write. I'm at 11,000 words in the script.
Oh my God.
Lavender Lady saying, if you want math and music, study Bach.
Ah. Hey, Lavender Lady, you want to join us? I'll send you the link over on Discord. She's not been on the show before, and that's a fucking shame.
Oh, she doesn't have to ask.
I
had to beg.
Yes. Shut the fuck up. Okay, somebody revoke DKG's privileges, please. Fuck. I don't
have any privileges.
Purple, I don't have Lavender in Discord. Can you send the link over, please, buddy?
Yeah, I can copy it from the Discord.
Cool, thanks. We're trying to make pub chat more open. Like, you know, when we see people in the chat that are like proper good streamers and have something to say and whatnot, we want to make sure we get as many people rotated through and in as possible coming up. It's a pub, it's a chat, and as such, it should be an open door, right, Barman?
Well,
I asked him. I asked him, and then I looked in the green room back chat, and he's like, "Be right back." And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I just called on somebody who's not there.
Hey, speaking of which, the barman's gone from the bar. Quick, reach behind the bar, grab some drinks.
Well, if you look in the corner, that head under the tap with it held straight open, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Kevin's in a vat of vodka.
Can we do a check if the stream's running properly? Because when I switched over to the YouTube, All I'm getting is a blank screen with the circle buffering.
I got it. I'm watching it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it must be something on my end got stuck.
Yeah, YouTube has been shitting the bed all day. If you go to somebody's actual YouTube channel, you get this blank black screen until you're refreshed 3 times. It's been a crazy day.
It's been a fucked up day.
Okay, yeah, I had to refresh it a couple of times for it to come back.
Is that channel thing still happening? No, it's not.
I don't
happening
think
to me
so.
anymore. Sweet.
I saw a notice posted on Twitter just before I came in here, basically saying that YouTube saying we're aware of it and we're working on it.
Yeah. Which means that there's 5 stone Canadians in a back room somewhere going, I don't fucking know.
Amy's got a hand up here.
I was going to say we need to go to Aimee. I just want to ask really quickly, what do you think YouTube fucked up this time?
Oh, it's been a fucked up day. I'm so glad I spent it with you. Copyright strike.
Yeah.
There you go. I was just gonna say, yes, it's been messing up for everybody all day. All you have to do is like Control F5 and it should refresh it. Really, it kind of like clears the cache. So try that and it works.
Oh, I was trying incognito, separate browsers, separate devices, and everything earlier. It was well fucked for the UK. I think we had it worse than a lot of things.
And you're not wrong, Barman. It turns out it was based on local YouTube servers fucking up, not the main back end, right? That's exactly what it was.
Sounds like the UK just has trash internet. You guys need to enter the first world.
Oh, Barman does. Holy.
That's fighting talk, that is.
It is. Sorry, Blue, aren't you in that only westernized country in the entire world that doesn't have free healthcare?
Oh, there we go. The gloves are off.
Take that, bitch.
I'm in
Barman.
Well, I'll say this. I'm in a place where I can go in the middle of nowhere and within my state, the the second poorest state in the union, and still get 5G.
And he actually races cars on a weekly-ish basis. So, Barman, you got nothing. Sorry, buddy.
Besides, you got to watch that 5G shit because that's a killer, isn't it?
Kevin, hand.
Just ask MC Toon.
Don't worry, we all have cancer.
Hey, I'd like to know. Does anybody know what's supposed to be so killer about 5G? What's the whole?
Oh, everything.
I don't understand. I don't understand why people are saying that 5G is.
It's the 5.
We'll cover that in a sec.
Kevin on the genus. Sorry, Kevin.
It is, yeah.
Get on with it. Get on with it, Kevin.
Go, Kevin. Go.
They're irrelevant now.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, no.
He was going to make a joke about me being British and going to say something.
No, go on, do it anyway, Kevin. Go on with it.
It's completely the moment's past now. When Barman did the whole "Aren't you in that country that doesn't have free healthcare?" I was going to say, "Oh yeah, well your guards have funny hats."
No,
my country. Well, my country knows how to spell the word color. Y'all's don't. So
no, you don't. No, you don't.
Hey, my country knows that my country knows that a beef eater does not stand there doing nothing. They hover their barbecue and fucking chow down.
They're one of the few
you
ones
want to
that
talk
are
about
constantly
barbecue.
actually armed.
Do you want to talk about some barbecue? I live in the home of barbecue down here in the South.
I know you do. Yeah,
dude. No, you do not cook barbecue on a grill. Anyone who says that you have a grill and cooks barbecue is lying. That is not how barbecue is cooked. Barbecue is cooked in a slow cooker or a smoker or a crock pot.
That's Southern American barbecue. Ask an Australian, and it's fucking lava rock, propane, and a grill.
No, Australians are wrong. Just simple as that. Shrimp on the bobby, you're completely wrong.
On the flat Earth, they don't exist, so you might have something there.
Okay, we'll have to do a study because I don't have figures for it, but I wonder how many printer cartridges America saves by not printing superfluous letters that we don't need.
There
like
you go.
The word color.
There you go. Or like armor or something. Yeah, there you go. Also, it's center, not centra. I'm just going to throw that out there. You put the R after the E.
No. No.
Did I break Barman?
You just remind me of this girl. No, you just remind me of this girl on Twitter who made an entire video saying, I wish Britain would get their own language. Oh, English? That one we exported to the rest of the world and then you fucked it up. And I have to address...
But we improved.
Who said that?
Hang on. Dick, you're saying my real name is up there?
Yeah.
That's no problem. Everybody knows it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because, it's one of those
some
things.
People don't like that. Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah,
How you doing, hon?
Good. Welcome, Lavender Lady, on the pub chat.
Hello.
All right. How's things going your way? Life good? Staying safe?
Yeah. Staying safe, basically. I've got a lot of medical stuff to do, but it's keeping me busy, but I'm okay.
Cool.
Oh, I
know the medical stuff. Holy fuck, do I ever. Ugh.
Do you mind if I go and grab my coffee cup and be right back?
All right. No worries.
Okay, fine. Be right back with you. Oh,
cool. This is really
coffee.
turning into a proper pub chat. I'm liking this.
Yeah, when you got more people in the stream than you got in the chat, then we're rocking.
Oh, I have to quickly address a comment from Wadden Toad because he decided to take the piss out of British dental care and things. He goes, at least we have dental care for everyone who can afford it. I said, yeah, but we've got dental care for everyone. Hence why the UK is ranked the 4th best in the world for dental health. America's 9th. Just to put that out there to Wadden with the follow-up response of,
really funny
why
given the
does
stereotype.
everyone... It is.
Yes!
It's awesome.
Yes!
It's mainly because we don't bleach our teeth, so we don't mind about yellow teeth, but the entire health of our teeth will be better.
And, well, the other side of that is a lot of people in Britain, if their teeth are slightly crooked, don't run for braces to be Little Miss Hollywood.
Oh, hell no.
Jeez, yeah.
My bottom
it's a
teeth
waste
are
of money. Why would you fucking bother?
Yeah. Even though we get it for free.
That's why I call my bottom tooth my shotgun beer tooth.
I don't know.
That's a Canadian slang.
Look, barman.
You should see my teeth. I'm gonna replace them with wooden ones. I think.
Yeah,
so much better.
Barman, you're looking at this all wrong, man. See, y'all have 4 points in the dental area. We have 9 points, so we're winning. We have more points.
Oh, it's like typical American logic. Listen, just because you locked me up in your basement doesn't mean you can get away with this shit, Blue. I remember these things.
Oh, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to say that on here. No. Look, I know where you live. I'll come back. COVID can't stop me. I'll come get you again.
That's fine. Come on the 12th of April. My pub will be open. We'll have a pint.
Ash Scott's got a good one there. Ash Scott said it's because in the UK you get on TV by being talented. In the US you get on TV by being pretty.
Oh, I'd like to agree, but then has anyone seen fucking Britain's Got Talent, or The Only Way Is Essex, or Chelsea Thingy-Mabob, whatever that one's called? Because they have no talent. They really don't. Their only talent is being stupid. That's about it.
The other way to
got
get
a point. Otherwise, how did the Kardashians get an entire series?
Daddy money.
The other way to get on television in the U.S. is to be an insufferable pain in the arse. I mean, look at
like
most
the Kardashians.
Yeah.
How else do you explain Will Smith?
Indeed, yes.
I've got to stop everything for something Kevin's just posted in the back chat from The Onion. Kevin, do you want to tell us about this? Because that title is hilarious.
It's such a good article. It's from The Onion. NASA welcomes litter of Mars rovers after successful breeding of perseverance and curiosity.
I saw you tweet that out earlier today. That made me laugh.
That's hilarious.
Was the helicopter watching?
Oh, I'm such a goddamn geek about it, though. I hate the picture they used because it's not curiosity; it's one of the MERs.
That is very geeky. I have to ask a geeky question though. Did you figure out the code on the parachute?
I didn't. I watched people figure it out, but I had no idea.
No, I didn't even know there was a code there, so it was quite cool to see it afterwards. I was like,
one.
Yeah, it was like dare to something. It was
the the JPL motto.
With the
Dare to think for yourself.
No,
Do your own research.
In the US.
I had to do it.
Dare mighty things. That was it. says very mighty things.
He was good.
There's something else as well. There's something else encoded in there that people figured out, and I haven't quite looked into that.
Was there more?
I also heard that the wheels of the lander, that the bands on the wheels are arranged in such a way that it actually leaves a Morse code imprint that says JPL as it goes.
Hey, I like that. Awesome. It's perfect.
I love that they put in all those little ways. Like, aliens are never going to figure it out. Aliens don't know Morse code. But
those stupid aliens don't know Morse code.
I will say that's more. Yeah, that's what do I want to look for? More creative than maybe it's not more creative than the gentleman's sausage. If you remember that one, driving one of the rovers around so it looked like a cock and balls.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yes, I'm just saying now. I remember.
Can you imagine these dumbass aliens going all across the galaxy? They don't even know, not even knowing Morse code. What losers!
Yeah, I know.
I do love the fact that we have a planet in our solar system purely populated with robots. Working robots as well.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw a wicked meme picture the other day. Funny fact, as far as humanity knows, Mars is the only planet 100% populated by robots. I love that. It just blew me away. That was amazing.
Venus has dead robots.
That is true.
Oh, dude, that thing must be a pancake by now, Blue. Wow. Dude, I mean,
think about it. If theoretically you could get that robot back online, you would have the only planet populated by zombie robots.
I love it.
That is good.
Oh, doesn't the moon have a zombie robot? Didn't China lose control of a rover at some point? And it was just roving around without command.
Yeah.
Zombie robots.
Was it
Kevin,
beaming out?
Kevin, funny fact. I hear that Negan is presently looking for that robot. Walking Dead joke.
I was just going to ask, is that robot beaming out going, chips? Or would it be processors? I'm not sure.
Moon rocks.
We're getting a signal from the rover. It says, we hope it's chips. No.
Oh. Hey, at least it doesn't say goodbye and thanks for all the chips.
Yeah, Kennedy, there's your new book. Right there.
Zombie rovers.
Zombie rovers.
Yeah, but that'll get remade into a film. Zombie rovers from hell. Is that what?
Honey, watch out. That rover's coming right at you.
It's moving at 3 miles an hour. What will we do? It stops every 10 minutes to wait for new commands.
In the future of 2372, when humans have populated the moon, never have they thought that the old rovers would attack. Coming this fall is zombie rovers.
Let's be fair, it couldn't be worse.
I was going to say, I watched Iron Sky. I'll watch that.
I love Iron Sky.
Oh my God.
Sky is amazing.
I was a patron for Iron Sky on the fundraiser and shit.
That is an admission only a B-movie lover could make live on air.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, it depends. Have you watched Iron Sky 2? With the dinosaurs?
That's like saying Sharknado 3 was amazing.
No, that was shit.
No, I haven't seen Iron Sky 2, but I want to because the only promotional material I saw had Hitler riding around on a T-Rex, and I was like, I'm fucking sold.
I recall a great short story from the late 80s about the Voyager probe going out of our system and being found by some aliens.
That was Vija.
Yeah, well, but just they found the probe and they looked at all the imagery and they came to the conclusion of how horrible it was that all the robots were enslaved and this brave robot pilot, did this desperate thing to go and find help. So all the alien robots come in to liberate all the machines of Earth.
They were too. The aliens were too busy looking at the gold plaque and laughing at the tiny size of the man's penis on it.
God. DOG in the chat. Zombie Rovers from Heaven starring Kevin Sorbo.
Oh God. Oh, that is terrible. That is
That's an abomination. Terrible. Wow.
Get me Hollywood on the line. I'm phoning that one in. Let's go. Netflix series next week.
Hey, you know the Curiosity, the panorama photo that was snapped by Curiosity, the rover Curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It had 1.8 billion pixels in it.
Jesus.
Oh, wait, are you talking about one that Perseverance took, or the older?
No. The Curiosity rover took a panoramic view, a photo of Mars, and it contained 1.8 billion pixels. Now, to give you a comparison, 1920 by 1080 is 2 million, roughly a little over 2 million pixels.
Yeah.
So that just tells you how large the image was.
So the next question is going to be, is Perseverance, what's the definition on their cameras? How many pixels could we expect from a panoramic of that? And then God, how much computer power would you need to make that to fake it for the CGI? Because obviously we're not going to be able to get that bit in Ireland. What is it, Devon Island or whatever in Canada or wherever they film these shits? Someone's going to work out, hey, that looks the same, so it's obviously not going to be the same fucking place.
I went and looked up this image. There is a telephoto version of it that I can download that is 2.25 gigs.
Shit, my
a 2.25 gigabyte image.
Just
what is that? A tagged image file?
Wow. Yes, it is a tagged image file.
I was kind of suspecting that as large as it is. So there's a lot of information in there besides picture, but it's still pretty decent.
Well, if you open that up in Photoshop and put the set it to inches instead of pixels.
What do you get? About half a mile square.
This is why I want to buy a VR headset to download an image like that and set it so I can just look at it through a proper VR headset. Because I think that'd be fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can't you imagine what that kind of size of file would look like in a flat Earth meme? That was just, yes. Just take it down to 320 pixels. Oh, fantastic!
The funniest is when you see a flat Earth meme. They've got the shitty photos, and you go, "Oh, I've got this photo on my hard drive." You post it, and then because I've got shit British internet, I wait the 10 hours to post it. But still, and you look at it and go, "Oh." That doesn't work if they're looking on a mobile device because it's fucking huge and it just looks like shit.
That, Barman, ever since I've known you, we've been talking about how they're about to fucking, expand the network and you're about to get good internet. And I'm growing gray hair here, buddy. When's it going to fucking happen?
Well, it was supposed to be last year, but then there was this weird sort of thing where everyone sort of coughed and we had to wear masks and we couldn't go outside. It's very odd. But then hopefully it's supposed to be this year, quarter 2, they're starting the work. So I can have fiber to the premises of 1 gigabit. So that'd be nice.
What wouldn't the whole bit where you're all locked in your house be when you want all that good internet?
You would fucking think so. Mm-hmm. You know what's worse? When I'm on lockdown, I get better internet on lockdown when everyone's at fucking home because the school down the road from me is shut. So I get better internet. When the school's open, my upload speed, it's my upload speed's the worst because I only get a 0.9 meg upload.
Yeah.
My download is 18 meg. My upload is 0.9.
Okay.
18. He says that like it's good. Dude, I have fiber. I have 850 down.
Yeah, but I don't need to download that much. There's only me and the wife on Netflix. It's like, and downloading the occasional YouTube video. It's like, yeah, that'll do. So, and a fiber to the premises that they're supposed to sort out, because we're a business premises, we'll get a dedicated fiber line.
Yeah, you should get the real deal. And then you'll get an upload where if we get you a couple extra cameras, can you imagine the fucking pizza stream next year?
But here's the problem. Barman says fiber.
I'm so hungry already.
Barman said fiber. What they actually mean by is by wool. It's going to be a line by wool.
I don't care what the fiber's made for, as long as it gives me that fucking 1,000 meg. I'll be fucking happy. What were you trying to say? Go on.
Yeah, man. So I just tested it. I just tested my current speeds right now. What'd you say yours was? Upload?
Oh, upload about 0.9.
I'm at 10.7.
I get 25. I get 25 on a bad day.
Yeah,
that's the thing. My dad, who lives in the middle of Wales, does get a 50 down and a 25 up.
Yeah,
and that's just fiber to the cabinet, and that's considered a standard phone line. But
yeah, if I hook up, I get 60.
Yeah, but I'm a couple of miles outside of a village. I'm a little pub on a campsite. The nearest other property to us that would need a phone line is about a mile away through the woods where my phone line comes through. So it's like, meh, that's why I'm so low down on the list of, we'll get you there eventually. You just got to fucking wait. It's like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
My parents have that problem.
I'll test my southern arse London connection. I'm never really
in London, you should be reasonably, I'd say at least 100.
Yeah, my parents have that problem where they live in a neighborhood that is like in the middle of everything, but it was recently made like 10, 12 years ago, and it's up on top of a hill, and it's only a couple dozen houses. So it's not profitable enough for any internet company to go up in there and do it. So they have the worst internet in the area, even though they live in what's a fairly decent spot to live in. It's kind of crazy. So they had to sue all the companies, all the internet companies in there in order to get some internet.
Yeah, I'm getting 321 megabits per second download and 35 megabits per second upload.
That's
where my mom is.
Welcome to a British city.
It's not bad.
Where my mom is in Upper Michigan, we literally could not get internet to the property at all. She's 5 miles out of a small town, and all of the cables end at the state highway. There's nothing beyond that. There is no cables, and there's just no service of any kind.
So you got to get that satellite internet.
What's more amusing, the village my mum and dad now live in is called Penrhyn Deudraeth. Penrhyn Deudraeth was actually the first networked village in Wales because they set up in the library. No, they set up in the library, and we're going back 15, maybe 16 years. The library was the center for the internet, so they installed several ISDN lines in there, and they did point-to-point internet. So you set up your little dish on the outside of your house, and then you got your internet that way. And it covered about 4 square miles thereabouts. There were people on the other side of the estuary who had a clear line of sight to the library, and they were using it as well. But it was the first networked village in Wales.
What is the name of this town?
Penrhyn Deudraeth.
No, that's a character.
Okay, so
that's a character from The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
it sounds like a Tolkien
that would
village.
be spelled. That would be spelled what? SMITHTON. Would that be how?
No, I'll stick the spelling in chat. Kevin's looking to get in though.
I just wanted to respond to Ash Scott. They said no flat earther has 2 gigabytes of RAM, so they won't be able to open the pic. I can't open the damn pic. I'm trying to. You may be able to hear my computer running hot right now. It's trying to process that picture.
Don't worry,
I can't get it open.
I thought it was a vibrator you were sitting on.
There we go.
Your computer is turning on the jets to get to Mars for you, man.
Yeah.
Love it.
It'd probably be quicker to actually just send Kevin's capsule to Mars.
Just put a little thumb drive, put it on the carrier pigeon, and just send it.
I love it.
What's the story that like there was like some African country that had like this new revolutionary internet, and one of the politicians said that a carrier pigeon can beat it. So he put a thumbstick or a thumb drive on a pigeon and sent it to the next city, and it got there faster before they could download the same file.
Wow.
See, I would agree with my internet on that only because of how long it would take me to upload something. The downloading, all right, I only get like 18 odd, 16 odd, but that's fine for most files and things like that you can download because they're not going to be that huge. But otherwise, yeah, pigeon wins.
Well, that sounds like some stories I've heard about Havana, where the communication between stations consists of people with thumb drives strung around their necks.
That wouldn't surprise me. But then on the plus side for Havana, they did do the one good thing and say, yes, everyone will be able to walk to school. So they just built more schools.
Yeah.
The simple options are sometimes good.
Yes. Oh, Bushy boy.
Yeah, actually, the simple options are sometimes good is incorrect. They're usually good. That's why we have the saying, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
One remarkable innovation I was reading about was that they've developed a charger for cell phones that it charges while you walk, that basically just the motion of your leg going up and down creates it enough to charge a cell phone. So that like people in Africa who are walking, miles every day but don't have electrical outlets.
I could have taken this down a dirty route, but I didn't.
Yeah, no.
Just be thankful for that.
Don't do that. But Purple, you're not wrong. Right, you're not wrong, but the unfortunate fact is these devices do not produce as much electrical charge as we would wish. And if you walk from, point A to point B, and let's say it's like a 5-6 mile journey, you're only going to get, minutes.
I figured that was probably all it did.
Yeah, it's a great first step, and I think it could be explored and become something better for sure. And it's better than that one laptop per child crank fucking thing, Fisher Price looking stupid laptop they tried to do before. This is, Lav, wasn't that fucking a joke or what? Did you remember that fucking thing?
Yes, I think I do.
It was all greens and whatnot. It was just horrible junk. And it was like it was a system on a chip sort of ARM-based thing back before it was actually feasible. It was a nice try, but and I appreciate the effort. And I do think we have to keep striving for those efforts for sure. But it's like anything. The first series in a technology is never the one you want to buy into, right? It's like when you bought the first Intel MacBook, there were Core Duos, but Apple instantly switched to the Core 2 Duo chip to go to 64-bit, and all those first adopters that bought that Core Duo chip got left in the dust with no updates like 3 years in. You don't want to do the first generation if you're paying for it. But if you're the developers and you are working through the process trying to make it feasible for the masses, then, as long as you're not looking for a big payday on Gen 1, bring it on. Right? We need this.
Well, Dick, I've seen the future. It's in the movies. And why is it in the future in the movies?
Oh God!
When text comes up on screen, it's one character at a time.
That's because in the movies they went back to the graphics chip from the old Atari 2600, and as such,
why does it also come with the same sound effect?
Exactly.
Oh, actually, I've got a question for DK. I have a question for DK. When it shows city names on movies and it goes London, England, Berlin, Germany, Florence, Italy,
Nightingale.
It's like,
I can explain that one.
Go on.
Venice, California.
They explain they say the city name and then the country because they want you to know that there hasn't been some kind of catastrophic boom that's gone on, and as such we know that yes, Florence still is in Italy.
And also to answer Barman's question, because you never actually allowed me to answer the question, but you also notice that every time it comes up, London, England, there's a red bus, a taxi driver, and a Bobby. London
and
Bobby
the House
in
of Commons in the background. Yeah,
House of Commons.
Yeah, look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
we know where we are now.
Yeah. See, I could understand if they went London, England, and shown some generic cafe, and you're like, oh, where the fuck are they?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Moscow.
And showing the fucking Kremlin. This is in Sydney. Wait, oh, really? Is that the Opera House?
It's Jim's greasy spoon.
Now, let's be fair. They have to specify which one they're using. There are 17 towns or cities in the U.S. named London.
Yeah.
But if you're showing the Houses of Parliament, a red bus and a black cab, and a beef eater, it usually narrows it down.
And probably Mary Poppins in the background.
Speaking of black cab, Blue Earth, here's a car thing. The London City black cab has this unbelievably tight turning radius in the steering rack because, Barman, do you know the answer? Where do they have to be able to turn around?
I don't know where they have to be able to turn around, but it's because they've got basically four-wheel steering sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, DK, do you... Yeah. DK, do you know the answer? What specific location do they have to be able to turn around that dictates that the London cab has that tight turning radius? Do you know it?
No, I can't remember what it is, but I do know you're not wrong. You are correct in what you're saying.
There's a unbelievably fancy hotel in London somewhere, and they have this super tight circle where the drop-off is in the front, and the London cabs have their turning radius, their turning circle dictated by that one location. And to me, I think that's unbelievably cool. Like, seriously?
That is really cool.
Japan came up with another solution for that. There are several places in Japan where the transit buses drive into dead-end streets.
Oh,
and
that
have
one,
a railroad turntable at the end of the street to turn the bus around so it can get out.
Graham Price has got it in the chat. This is Dorchester.
I think that's it. That's it. It has where the in and the out road are almost beside each other, and there's a really tight little cul-de-sac fucking half roundabout at the front door, and it's such a tight turning radius that only the London cabs can pretty much do it.
Now the interesting thing is, Dick, that you could probably afford to hire a taxi in London and do the tight turning circle around and check it out, but you won't be able to afford to go to the Dorchester.
No. And you know what? When I went to San Francisco when I was a youngster, and they have the curviest road in the world, I went down it 3 times. I made sure, and my dad had a badass Dodge with a Hemi engine and everything, and we were trying to weave down that. It was fucking unbelievable. But if I ever get my punk ass over to the UK, and I swear to God, I should have been born there, my musical inspirations and everything, like I should have been British. But if I get over there, the first thing I will do is round a cab through that fucking roundabout just because I have to see it to believe it. I will do it.
Have you ever driven a car with that rear steering, man? It is so weird.
Dude, when that kicked on in the late 80s, early 90s in a couple of cars, I got to try it out, and it fucked my shit up because I had already been to auto racing school at the time, and that was not natural. That was fucked up shit.
Yeah, you've been in the road course racing stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the racing I do, the dirt oval, it'll kind of blow your mind because our cars are built in with rear steer.
I know. I want to do a dirt track oval so bad it makes just hearing you talk about it pisses me off, to be honest. It's not fair.
because how our things work is when our car is sitting just on the ground like normal, all four wheels point straight. Well, minus the toe and everything like that, but give or take, all the wheels point straight. And then when you go into the corner, the rear end of the car will lift up, and when that rear end of the car lifts up, it will actually
pulling you down.
It will change the rear end, the rear axle, and it'll point it towards the wall. So that way we get rear steer. So if you ever watch a dirt race and you see those late models and they look like they're drifting, they're not drifting. At no point.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at no point do our four tires actually drift. We don't want them to drift. We never lose the grip. Our tires still stay in the ground. It just, the whole car, the rear end of the car turns out so that you can get around that corner better.
Blue, I am not kidding. I am getting a hold of you next week. We are getting ready to do a fucking racing show. That's enough.
We can do one.
That's enough.
We can do one.
You two were car creaming before the stream. You were like that.
We were.
Cars!
No.
But I was going to ask, because Dick, you were saying about the black cabs, the turning circles thing. Do you know what the knowledge is?
Yes, that's the test that the black cabbers have to take, and it is the scariest road test on the planet.
Yeah, you have to know every single street or something like that.
You do. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, a black cab driver in London has to basically be a human mentati GPS fucking system, and has to know every fucking road and basically be able to plot it on a map in fucking London. In real time, under stress.
Yeah, because I heard stories about cab drivers getting mad at Uber drivers and mad about that because the Uber drivers would just put it on their GPS while the cab drivers went through years and years of school in order to get that license.
The cab drivers in the UK are based on a slightly older school way of doing things, and it's much more proper, and it's a much more pleasurable cab riding experience, and they deserve the kudos they get. Right? No, you can laugh all you want. You can laugh all you want. You can laugh all you want, but until you have been in a North American cab and had to unglue your fucking ass from a puke-stained fucking seat that was covered in gum and somebody else's fucking spooge, you have no idea. We live in filth here.
I am glad I've never been in a cab. I've never been in a cab.
Like DOG posted in the chat, don't get in a London cab. £1 per lamppost. You just watch that counter. What would you call it? The meter. The meter. You just watch it.
They're not too bad outside of the capital. But we have a law on our cabs that they can only be X numbers of years old. After that, you're not allowed to use them as cabs. Yep. And I can't remember how long that is.
There's that. I think there's a law like that with the actual cab services. Like if you're an official cab service here in the U.S. But I think they can go a lot older. And I know commercial vehicles have to be within the last 10 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a thing on UK Top Gear about having to put an old cab back on the road. Richard Hammond did it with a really old cab because of his grandpa, and it turned out it wasn't, and blah blah blah. But holy motherfuck, it wasn't as bad as the episode where they had the German fucking, we're gonna test your car on the side of the road monstrosity truck show up. But compared to what we have to go through in Canada, I was like, wow.
Well, hey, you guys ever see the backward brain bicycle video?
What?
It's the video is called the backwards brain bicycle. It's a bicycle that was designed that when you get on it, it's like a normal bike, looks like a normal bicycle, but when you turn left, it goes right, and when you turn right, it goes left.
That would annoy me so much.
Why would you do something like that?
Well, the guy who actually trained himself to ride it can no longer ride a normal bicycle.
Okay.
Because it did something to his brain.
I could understand
he
that
can ride
happening.
he can ride the bicycle that goes, when he turns right, it goes left, but he can't ride a normal bicycle any longer.
I think I've heard something about that, actually. I think I have.
Yeah, because it did something to his brain. It broke his brain.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, I could understand that happening.
So what, does he like see the world in a mirror image or something?
No, the guy. It's just when it just pertains to bicycle riding. Like he can do everything normally, but when he gets on a regular bicycle, when you turn a regular bicycle to the right, it goes to the right.
Yeah, he's probably not the best guy to get directions from.
So he trained
you need to go right down this road, left down there. No, you got the opposite to everything.
Yeah, so he trained his brain to ride this bicycle, and it took him quite a while. But now his brain can't figure out how to ride a normal bicycle.
Yeah. I have absolutely no sense of direction. My GPS actually swears at me and says, "Can't you follow directions?"
Tony Regime says that bike is like those glasses that invert your vision.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So,
my cousin said it.
So if he had both, if he inverted vision and had the backwards bicycle, he'd be fine.
He would.
Well, you get used to it.
Oh, if he had the backwards glasses and the bike, he wouldn't be able to do it because he can't do a normal bike. He'd be fucked. He has to have a normal bike with the backwards glasses, but not the backwards glasses with the backwards bike, because that's just backwards, and then he'd fall over.
Maybe if he just had 4 pints of Guinness and then got on the bicycle with the backwards glasses.
Fuck off. Who has 4 pints of Guinness and gets on a bike? You're too fucking full.
Hey, I've tried to ride a bicycle smashed, and it just was not happening.
Right.
Okay. No. Hold on. He's not saying that and getting out of it. You have to continue that story.
Well, I still ride a bike. I've ridden a bike all my life, and it's just something that we did in the family. So, and my parents are from Norway, so that's part of what they did as children. So we all had bicycles. We rode bicycles. I rode bicycles I still ride a bicycle to this day, and I do it instead of driving my car. But one time I went to a bar with my bicycle, middle of the night, got on the bicycle after being in there for a couple of hours, and believe me, I went maybe 6 feet, fell off. And I just kept going 6 feet and falling, 6 feet and falling, and 6 feet and falling. It just wasn't, I couldn't do it. Just could not do it.
At least I don't think you can get ticketed for that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Well, I was living in New York at the time, and you can get ticketed for that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a movie violation, in fact.
Because I met a dude the other day who got ticketed for riding his horse drunk down the street. So I thought that was amusing.
Yeah. Really? I thought that would have been the advantage to the horse, that no matter how drunk you get, it'd still take you home.
You would think.
Yeah, the other one is watercraft. You can be arrested for trying to pilot a watercraft drunk.
Yep.
Yeah, I would figure that. Like, anything that has a motor makes perfect sense.
Right, and that's the key. In Minnesota, if it has a motor, if it's a boat with a motor, you can get ticketed for drunk driving. If you're in a rowboat, they can't do it.
So can you get done for drunk vibrating?
No. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Better not introduce you to my pump machine.
Hey, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to ride a bicycle after having a few drinks. Have any of you?
I have. It's fun.
Yeah, well, I've been there. I was young once.
Oh, yeah, I've tried it. I think I got about 4 feet.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I haven't ridden a bicycle in years.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just not I was never a bicycle guy.
I haven't in a long time either, but when I was younger, I used to do bicycle marathons that sometimes I do up to 75 miles in a day.
Dang.
Okay, yes.
That's impressive.
I really missed the place I lived before I had to move here because it was so easy just to hop my bike and go wherever I wanted to go. And unfortunately, here there are these things that Pittsburghers have called hills. And I'm not young anymore. And, I have a hell of a time traversing the hills. So I can't use that bicycle of mine as primary transportation anymore. Darn it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I live in the foothills of Appalachia, so everything is up and down, up and down. I live on top of a hill, so it's terrible. You have to drive everywhere. There's no walking. There's no bicycles. None of that. You drive.
God, it sounds like you live where I live.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the world's not flat? What do you mean the world's not flat? There's hills?
Sorry.
That just seems mad.
Oh, no. Did I talk too much?
Are you familiar with the Pittsburgh area at all?
No. Wales, we have hills. We had dragons that had a fight under the ground. They made the mountains. That was really awesome. But I know we've got something awesome in the background for everyone. We've got a screenshot from that Mars rover picture we were talking about earlier with the 1.8 billion pixels. Right. And fuck, it is awesome. Kevin, do you want to talk about it? Oh, there we go.
I did finally manage to get it open. And
That's a great photo.
I went in.
Oh my word! Isn't that beautiful?
I went and zoomed in.
Absolutely.
I went and zoomed in on a random spot. Just picked a spot and zoomed in, and then zoomed back out and circled the spot that I was looking at. And look at how much detail is on that rock on the left, and how tiny it is on the final image.
That's insane.
Okay, can we drive it over and get a picture of that face on Mars and get rid of that then?
Hold on.
No, that's been done.
Hold on. Let me grab the red phone and I'll see what I can do. Be right back.
Alrighty.
It just goes to show that's not CGI computer generated at all, because to generate that sort of detail, I know. We've got the perfect person. DKG, if I wanted you to generate an image that looked like the one on the right with the detail that I could zoom in on the one on the left, how long would that take you?
What, CGI it? Forever. I would actually just go out to a nice little quarry in Wales, perhaps, and with a really, really high definition camera.
That's nice.
Paste it all together.
Yeah. Can we just remind people, DKG, what's that thing you were polishing on screen? What did you get it for again?
Oh, that was his cock, and it was given to him by Ron Jeremy.
I was
okay then.
Yeah, I know. I was going to go down that route, but Dick did it for me. So there you go.
Dick did it for you. We're talking about dicks.
Ron Jeremy sold his cock, and I missed the sale. Damn it. I heard he was muted. He was muted, but he was laughing.
Shut up, Clarion.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I just thought I was eating a kebab. That's all I'm going to say.
Just close your eyes and suck it through a hose, huh?
No, more garlic.
Suck it through a hose, huh?
No, I must say that rock on the left, that kind of looks like a bit like that character from Solo. Isn't it?
I was going to say Dead Space.
I'd see Dead Space, yeah.
Yep, Dead Space helmet. You got the visor, everything.
do you know what's worse?
We're so much better at Paragolia than Flurfs.
I was going to say, that looks more like a face, because you got the top of the forehead, the little bit just below is going to be the eyes, and the front of the face. So that looks more like a face than fucking
the face on Mars.
I can also see Optimus Prime.
Yes, but it's better than when Taffy.
Taffy.
What's his name? Taffy, that's the one. Beer. Yeah, so when Taffy pulls up and say, look, it's a face. That looks more like a fucking face than anything Taffy's ever pulled up.
And a banging set of earrings, can I say?
Can you see the flamingo, the pink flamingo? Ha 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 ha! Boom boom.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I think a drunken pink flamingo.
Has this show ever had a higher concentration of sober people than drunk people? I'm not sure we've ever achieved that before.
What's a sober person?
I'm not sure. Oh, they're those people I tend not to listen to.
Well, I can't be drinking now because I've got to host my own show in 4 hours.
No excuses. You can drink.
We brought Purple into the group, and he's like, "Yeah, cool." Wait a minute. Oh, you guys are just a bunch of fuck ups. Damn it. Sorry about your luck.
Speak for yourself, Dick.
No, I was speaking for you, actually.
No, okay. Fair comment.
Yeah.
Well, part of the problem's a flipped schedule. Most days I'm not getting into bed until the Brits are getting up to make breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, that happens to me quite often.
It must be hard being a prostitute.
Oh!
I just wish people would pay me for it. I'm just a slut.
Yeah.
Hey,
so we got
sluts get
6
paid.
months.
They get drinks and dinner usually.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said I'd behave. I didn't.
As my dear co-host will say, the only way I will get sex is to pay for it. Therefore, I am bisexual.
That's awesome.
Oh, that is good. I saw a stupid one today, and it goes this girl saying to another, "I've got something really important, so I'm bisexual." What do you mean? Both your parents are white? No, I'm bisexual. You're going? No, that would be bisexual. And he just went on for about 5 minutes. Like, why is this so funny? It's so stupid. I'm laughing.
Now I'm sure I'm not the only. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But does anybody else find how difficult it is to pay for prostitutes using PayPal?
I would not know.
Yeah, no. If you were paying attention there, DK, you would understand that prostitutes are now accepting Dickcoin.
Oh, for God's sake.
Going to the moon.
Okay, if you only want to eat them out, can you pay with food stamps?
Oh. Now, not a word of a lie, though. I have seen in the UK people who go past like the people who sell big issues, so like usually homeless people, and they're selling magazines, so they've got some money and things like that. And people say, "Oh, I've got no cash in me. I'm really sorry." It's all right. I have a card machine. The fuck, you're homeless and you've got a card machine.
Here's my Patreon link.
Yeah, I've got a square. Here you go. You can swipe. What?
Say, I can believe that happening because I've seen where they give the square away free when you buy a new phone.
That's right. That's where it comes from, Purple. It's got to be, buddy. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Well, I remember a time years and years ago where when the card machines were these big, bulky things, and you put the card on it and the paper over it and move that little thing back and forth. The prostitutes in Toronto used to carry those.
Jesus, where did they keep them?
I don't know. But I remember reading that in what is the paper? The Star? One weekend when I was up there for a Mensa convention, there was an article about the girls in Toronto and mentioned how they carried the card imprinters.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
there's something
that's kind of an ATM you wouldn't really want to trust, isn't it?
Oh, but there's something that came up on one of the silly videos I was watching the other day. Apparently, in the USA, you're only just getting contactless for card payments. And it's being advertised as the future is here. And I'm like, what?
Through some companies that have been available for a few years. I actually don't have it on any of my cards yet.
So wait a minute. Are you speaking of reading the RFID chips that are on the on the cards?
You mean
tap
to pay?
Put your card in, so tap to pay.
Yeah, just the tap instead of inserting the card.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know about that before.
Tap to Pay came to Canada a couple of years ago, and I had it disabled on my card right away because, sure, it's convenient. And sure, if you didn't make the purchases, if you do lose your card, you, after a kerfuffle, will probably end up on the even side financially. But That's a massive kerfuffle just because you don't want to hit the button 7 times on a fucking device. Are you kidding me? Are we this fucking lazy, people? Holy fuck.
You see, you're calling that, but we get the majority of people now, if you're coming for a drink in my pub, well, when we were open last season, they don't even get their cards out and it's just pay on the phone and they'll just touch the phone on the card reader. Yeah, there you go.
Well,
cool.
okay.
There you go.
I agree. I agree with pay on the phone because with biometrics, like a fingerprint scanner on the phone or whatever, you can pretty much lock your phone down these days. And if somebody just wants to do the RF thing between the phone and the payee, and you've got your credit card information and everything stored in that phone, and you actually trust Google and the phone manufacturer to both have software that doesn't fucking track your shit 24/7, well, I guess that's your choice. Go ahead.
No, it's not even through the Google app. These tend to be the UK banking apps. You just tell it, I want to have my card details added to the banking app. So you log into the banking app with your fingerprint ID. The banking app logs up, turns on your NFC, and you go, there you go, pay.
And you believe that banking app is not sharing any details and whatnot with Google and so on and so forth? Dude, seriously? Wow.
By
I
law,
have a bridge to sell you.
But by law in the UK for the banking app, they can't because it's your personal transaction details. They can't sell your card details and your purchase history,
dude,
because it's direct through the app.
No, hold on. You're taking that to hold on. You're taking that to a way more basic level. I'm not saying that they know the transaction and stuff, but they know location-wise where you are. They know the IP address. They know the MAC address of the device and so on and so forth. And the so-called anonymous reporting of statistics and stuff for analytical purposes is so easy to tie in and go, oh yeah, that's that guy. I mean, come on, seriously. I'm not playing. No way.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with that information? Oh, well, there's Dick.
You know what they do, DK? Hold on, DK. I have an answer for that. Back when I was a kid, I used to get advertising on my television and radio and so on and so forth, and I would get general advertising that was meant for the masses. Nowadays, I go on my computer, I go to Amazon, and I decide that I need a new green screen. So I find one and I buy it. And for 3 weeks, all I see is fucking advertisements for green screens, even though I've already bought one.
It's really nuts.
It's not bringing me, it's not expanding me, it's not bringing me forward, and it's not showing me new things. It is small-minded bullshit, and the advertisers have been convinced that it's somehow doing them a good thing, and it's bullshit.
No. You haven't learned to exploit it. You decide, I want to get a green screen, so you look on week 1 for a green screen, you look at prices, you then wait for a week and get all the adverts giving you better prices, then you buy your green screen and go,
but
I found a better
Barman,
price.
I was trying to be small and concise. I do play those games because I realize it's been going on. I was a web developer back in the early 90s when the whole internet and dial-up was done, right? I really get what's going on in the background. And the other thing is, if you want to take this whole what they're tracking and doing and blah, blah to an extreme, here's a really extreme example. Now, I know I'm going on a tangent here, but I don't give a fuck. So you're going to listen. And this is how it goes, right? So you've got very low power Wi-Fi access points placed all around department stores these days. Now, these access points have no internet to give you, right? They have nothing, but they are there to record your MAC address as your phone, as it's programmed to do by the developers, the operating system. Every time it finds a fucking an access point, it goes, hey, who are you? blah, blah. Who are you? Oh, yeah, you're no good to me or whatever. But it does its so-called, I'm using the term incorrectly, but handshaking with it, right? Mm-hmm. Now, as such, you can place very low-powered little stations throughout a department store, and these motherfuckers can track where you are in the store and how long you hang in a certain area. And I've done tests, right? I've done this. You can go into a Walmart and go into a department that has nothing to do with you, like female undergarments, and you stand there for 15 minutes and then go buy a jug of milk and leave. And within 24 to 48 hours on your home Google feed, when you're doing searches and stuff and blah, blah, you'll see ads for women's underwear.
Look, Dick,
Dick, why are you hanging around by ladies' underwear?
I just told you why, you dirty son of a bitch. I just told you why.
I don't believe you. I think you're just hiding in the clothes, man. Just like watching.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I have not experienced that. I have not experienced that.
I mean, I do the same thing. I just don't take my phone.
What are you saying, Kevin?
Wait a minute. Wait, why? How come I haven't experienced what you just described?
Probably because where you live have rules against it or something. I'm not really sure. But if you do what I just said, go into a big department store, like a big name one. Go into a department you have no business being in for a couple of times in a row, and you watch, you will see ads for that department. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I will have to try that out. Which is why I have, I don't think I need to have the internet in my pocket. I don't really want a smartphone, but I can't get anything else.
I turn off my antennas every time I go into a store because of this shit. I know that sounds paranoid, but I want life to be the way it was when I was younger. God damn it. Fuck you. Well,
I've so far managed to avoid having any actual, web address or account attached to my cell phone. I've just never logged into the internet through it. So that helps some. It doesn't send me the ads and everything that way.
Well, it's a good point. What you were saying, though, is that smartphones are the thing, and there is no alternative.
Well, there is an alternative.
Well, just not having one.
It's not very practical, though.
No, exactly what Purple had just described is not to access the internet with the phone.
Mm. Well, my thing is that anymore, as my kidney disease is progressing, I have to take a ride where I'm going and when I'm coming home, because if I try to walk, it's not very good. So I need that smartphone with me so I can call Uber. Mm-hmm. And to be without that, I'd not be in such good shape.
Right. Yeah, I would rather not have a smartphone and just have one of the old sliders that's got a keyboard for texting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Lavender, myself, I've got fibromyalgia and an autistic son. So if I get myself in a situation that, is a little bit, and it has happened a couple of times where he goes absolutely psychotic. I mean, it's years ago and whatnot. But, to not have that phone on me, to be able to call in a reinforcement, wow, that would have been a nightmare.
Yes, I mean, that is a good thing that I've actually come to like about the cell phones and the smartphones. And it took me a little while to warm up to them. But I actually found them useful. And yes, very much did warm up to them. And
me too.
Call me what you will. But it's just the way it works.
But look at it this way. Back in the day before all of this mobile and internet and blah, 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 if I walked into a Woolworths store and was looking at the price of a few items and then walked out of the store and went down to the Kmart store, if the Woolworth employee had followed me into Kmart and started taking notes about what I was doing, I would have been able to turn around, bop that son of a bitch in the nose, and laugh as he was squirreling on the floor like a little bitch. And if the cops showed up, they would have gone, well, he fucking earned it. But nowadays in the digital world, it's all fine. Why?
Because those terms of service agreements, you installed the app on your phone, you agreed to the terms of service.
But yes, and I agree, Purple. That's part of it. But I cannot sign away my natural rights in the country I live in. So I cannot sign a contract that says my constitutional rights no longer matter, and I am now in your servitude, because the cops would just say, no, that's slavery, asshole. You're busted, you're free. You cannot go against the laws of the nation you're in just because you write of fucking terms of service, and yet we've let big business do exactly that.
Well, you live in a somewhat civilized country. I mean, we don't. We're in the U.S. So there's the big difference right there.
Do you think I might get
that's funny, Lav?
Do you
there
think
is the problem?
Do you think I might get to that point with like in Minority Report, where you are clocked from your irises or iris scan, Face ID? They know who you are as you walk past the ads, and you will just be streamed in the same. Do you remember that scene in Minority Report?
They're already doing that
where the guy is walking through.
Yeah,
is walking through the city, and all the ads are being directed directly at him as he walks past, and he gets onto the tube.
Yeah,
and again, the ads are being, it's clocking him at every single moment. Do you think we might actually get to that point?
I think we're there now. We just don't quite realize it.
Well, we are kind of there now. Like you said,
yeah.
It's like all you got to do is say something, and your Apple phone or your Google Alexis or whatever is you just say one word, and suddenly it's in Facebook advertising for a thing you just said.
Yeah, I really don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I'm probably going to sound like one. I have to wonder how much facial recognition is on those security cameras that you see throughout the department stores, like Target, like Walmart, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
How many of them are storing your face and it's ending up in a database somewhere? I don't know.
It already exists.
Yeah, well, I think the department stores don't utilize that technology because of the expense that's involved in it. So I think that they're using just regular, normal, primitive means of surveillance, only because I've tested it. And I've tested it in a way that I can't describe because it would compromise myself. Myself, and I don't want to do that.
Sure.
Have you been stealing from the ladies' department like
No, they got lost in the ladies' department like in Father Ted.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go.
I love that scene. It's absolutely awesome.
It's fantastic.
Great.
So
episode.
I think I'm not positive, and I have no evidence to back this up, but I don't think department stores are using facial recognition. I think they're just using normal surveillance with people and cameras. That's it.
I don't know. We don't really have department stores in the UK. It's a bit weird.
Oh, okay. I wondered if there was cooperation with law enforcement and that sort of thing. There may be, there may not be. I don't know. I truly do not know.
Yeah, well, that takes a lot of networking and a lot of cooperation between different entities, and I don't think it's possible to make that sort of system work.
If it becomes the security cameras for law enforcement, does that start breaching certain? I suppose it wouldn't. Would there'd be no sort of law against it or any rule against it? So,
yeah.
Well, you're talking the U.S. where anything goes, really. It's to the point now where legislation that protects anyone's rights is meaningless, really.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a shitload of security cameras in the UK, so it wouldn't actually surprise me thinking about it if there's no law to prevent it. But even the cameras for the motorways and things like that are all public access. You can go on. I can't remember what the the website is, but you can just say, I want to see the web camera from this junction on this motorway, and there it is. It'll just show you, and you can see how busy it is.
Okay.
Well, have any of you guys seen? Have any of you got? I don't know why I can't get this out.
Slowly.
Yeah, there are videos. Right, there are videos where people go and they do I forget what they call it. It's like a test of the security of a certain place, and they go in there and they try and breach the security, and they get it all on camera. And then the people usually tell them, "Hey, you can't come in here with that camera." And it's like, well, wait a minute. It's a public place, right? And they go, yeah, well, you're videotaping me, right? Well, yeah. Well, then I have the same rights as you, don't I? So I'm going to videotape you, videotaping me.
I love those bits. I wish we could get both sides just to see what the other person behind the camera looks like. Just go, you look like a knob.
Exactly.
Put your mask on.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's wrong with the auditor videos is we never actually see the other dick on the other side of the camera. We only see the people they're harassing.
I have the cunningest plan.
Oh,
instead of recording them on your phone, fuck it, hold up a mirror.
Or a 360 camera.
Or a 360 camera. No, I'm thinking for the people who are recording it to protect themselves, and then you've got the stupid auditor type people who are just yeah, just hold up a mirror so people can see them and go, oh, you're a knob, I know who you look like now.
Have you guys ever heard of surveillance cameraman?
No.
It's this dude. If you go on YouTube and look up surveillance cameraman, it's this guy, right? He's just some homeless dude with a camera, but he just walks up to people and just starts filming. That's what he does. Nice. He just walks up to people and starts filming, and the people will freak out that they're filming him. He's filming them, and whenever they're like question, the dude's just like, "No, man, it's just okay. I'm just filming. It's all right."
It sounds like the worst superhero ever.
Oh, it is. He has like one video on his entire channel. It's a 50-minute video of him just walking up to people, and he just clicks record and doesn't say anything. He just clicks record and starts filming.
Well, there's another thing.
No, wait, one sec. The worst superhero would be Tree Man because it's power of tree. And then Geo, I saw your hand. Go for it.
Well, you hang around public places, right? And you look up, you'll see cameras everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then you whip out a camera in a certain public place. They'll tell you, wait, you can't do that. Security guards will come up to you and say, "Hey, you can't film here." Yet they're filming you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's up with that? Is there a double standard there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
The one that I did see was some bloke trying to film into an FBI compound, and the guy's coming out saying, "You can't film our compound," and saying, "But I'm on public property, so I don't care. We could have undercover agents or operatives or anything coming in. Fuck off." Orange tries to purple because her name's the wrong way around on here. Go on.
If I'm standing in the middle of the street filming an FBI building, there's nothing they can do about it.
Okay. I just wanted to say for the worst superhero that's already taken, Sloth Girl's son is Extra Man. His superpower is to be redundant and unnecessary.
Already then.
Oh, that sounds like most men after the invention of vibrators. Sorry, Kevin, was that you?
What's the guy whose power is 20/20 hindsight? Captain Hindsight. He's my favorite useless superhero. Like he shows up to the fire and says, like, they should have built an emergency ladder there, and then he leaves.
Oh, that is good. That is good. There was a whole string of stupid superheroes. They were all memes and things like stupid hero. And I remember there was a Tree Man. There was some of the stupid ones. Hindsight Man might have been on there on one of these stupid memes, but it's just like powers that make no fucking sense. Premature ejaculation man, go!
Have you heard of Bible Man?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah, Vice Rhino showed one of those movies on a movie night thing.
Yeah,
that's crazy shit.
Yeah, it advocates violence.
Oh, we like violence.
Oh,
We
yeah.
like that, don't we?
Violence is fun.
Why not?
I know Wad and Toad posted a great one over the weekend in the general chat of the EiE Discord server. Hopefully someone will post a link for the EiE Discord server so anyone who hasn't got it can go and find it. And it was actually one of the twat faces getting tasered. I was like, yay! Thank you, Wad and Toad. You made my fucking day with that.
Well, there was a whole video of, I forget, this one evangelist where he drove up to a checkpoint on I think it was the Mexican border, and he wouldn't answer their questions, and they broke his windshield and tasered the fuck out of him.
Okay, then.
We do like that. We do like tasering is always fun. It's
I
always
love
fun.
it. Especially
we need more of it.
Especially when I can see an evangelist, a religious evangelist getting tased. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, see a faith healer hold your hand, and you watch him fall over. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I have to be going. I have an appointment at 9:00, which is in about 1 minute.
Oh dear.
Oh my, oh my.
Well, it's very nice of you to
Alrighty.
Hey, it's been good, Purple.
Oh, always great.
Yeah,
with this
buddy.
gang.
Take care, Purple.
I'll talk to you
Always
later.
good to
Thank
see
you, Purple. And thank you for having me on your stream yesterday, Purple.
Oh, it was great to have you there, and you brought me a couple of new subscribers.
Whoop, whoop.
Cool. Purple, check your permissions on our private Discord and then check with me tomorrow to make sure that you've got access to the Meets Link room and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Okay, buddy.
I was looking at that. Well,
Oh,
we'll
I
get
know.
back. Okay.
I know. You didn't say that to me, you bastard.
Would somebody slap him with my dick, please?
Yeah, sure. Take your pants down and pass me those tweezers, and I'll
Yeah,
get
it can't reach.
Okay, later all.
it.
Night, everybody.
See ya.
Take care, honey. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, my glass is full and I need O'Reilly. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
I just wanted to mention.
Dick's like a penis, only small.
one at a time.
Sorry, Dick. Sorry, Kevin.
I just want to mention very quickly because we mentioned Bible Man briefly. Bible Man is Willie Ames, who nobody remembers, but he was on Charles in Charge, and then he was nothing because he went Christian and decided to be Bible Man.
What was the name of that stupid superhero film? And he had a wrench, and it was "Take That, Crime," and he just basically beat people over the head with a fucking wrench. It was
No,
awesome.
and I had Mr. Angry, whose superpower.
Was it Mr. Angry?
Well, I don't know if it was Mr. Angry, but his
The Crimson
superpower
Bolt?
was being angry.
Yes.
Was being angry.
No, that's Hulk as being. Oh no, you're on about Mystery Man, DKG. I think Kevin had it then. Crimson Bolt. Yes, that was a superhero of epically shit proportions. I'm gonna beat you up. Leaves a queue because someone pushed in front of him and gets changed in his car, comes back and says, "You pushed in. You're that same guy from behind." "No, I'm not." Bang! I'll run away now as you're bleeding on the floor.
What's the movie?
Oh, it wasn't the superhero. Was the
movie
Crimson
isn't
Bolt.
called. Yeah, the movie's called Super. Which is a wonderfully memorable title that won't ever get confused with anything else.
Yes,
Not
yes,
at all.
obviously. As soon as you said it, I was like, "Does he mean Superbad?" No, that's something else.
Yeah,
Shit,
it's probably the worst Googleable name ever.
God, yeah. Well, I suppose you put
Super movie, yeah. God.
Actually, I want to know now what comes up if I put super movie in Google. But Mystery Man was an awesome film. I wish they'd make another one of them.
It's like my daughter was a big fan of this, or is a big fan of this band called The Used. You can't Google. you can't Google it. You put The Used in, and you just get like eBay links or whatever. Used.
Right.
Use this. Use that. Use that. You can't Google the band.
If you put super movie into Google, it is the first thing that comes up is the 2010 American film.
That's surprising.
But I thought it is. It's actually the second link as well as the IMDb page, and the first link is the Wikipedia page. So that's nice. I was thinking though, the best band name and album name, if you never want anyone to ever be able to download your content illegally. It would be unknown artist and unknown album.
The best band name, if you want to be one of those bands that just plays cool pubs and jazz clubs and stuff on tour in North America, is Free Beer. Because then on the marquee it says tonight, free beer.
Yeah, baby.
That's how you do it right there.
I was in a band. I was in a band when I was a teenager. It was called Copperhead, and we were
nice.
We were all redheads.
Cool.
That works.
That's a good one.
It was a studio band. We only played one gig, and everything else.
So you guys were reeling in the years? Just kidding.
Yeah, we were reeling in the years.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's what I do when my wife's sick. It's holding back her ears.
So we mentioned.
I'm sorry, but
titles.
the British sense of humor just lost me on that one.
Oh, come on.
So we mentioned movie titles that are hard to Google, right?
Yeah.
Go on.
I think 9th grade. I think it was 9th or 10th grade. I had some sort of computer class. I don't remember what it was, but it was like,
And you had the internet?
Yes.
Because
I am a youngin. Because I am a youngin. And the assignment was to just pick a movie and do a presentation on it. But the point of it was to teach you search engine skills. I, a 12-year-old boy, or however old I was, picked XXX.
Holy fuck! What is wrong with you?
Oh, that is
Did
good.
not go well in the age of like Google without safe search.
Nope.
I was working on a film. That's not funny.
No, I'm still laughing at XXX. I can imagine Kevin's fellow fucking students going home and Googling that and finding Ron Jeremy. It's just too funny.
I thought you were laughing at the fact that I worked on a film, you bastard.
I know you've worked on a few and you've claimed other people's fucking action. No, I'm just kidding. You're fucking really good, buddy. I know it.
Anyway, I was working on a film, and we had this shot with this guy, and his arms all fucked up, and I googled ripped muscle.
Good job.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know what turned up on that one. It's not.
I can guess.
I was looking for images of gore, and no, that's not what I got.
I love the fact we hear you laugh through Kevin's mic before we hear you laugh on your own mic.
Yeah. Well, isn't that weird? The latency goes really strange between the two of us because we're on the same internet right now. And sometimes mine is first and sometimes his is first. It's very fucking weird.
It makes no goddamn sense. We're 15 feet apart and 10 seconds apart somehow.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Do a duet. Sing a song.
Yeah. I will.
I got nothing.
Right. We were talking about. Go on.
Well, I'm not going to sing a duet with somebody who's tone deaf. It's not going to happen.
What? You never
right,
sing with yourself?
It's already you can't play.
You walked into that one. So we were talking about movies and random music and shit like that. Has anyone done the Wikipedia randomness to find your album, your name, and your band name and things like that?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
No,
Look at the green room. So you look at the green room and it's create your debut album cover. You basically go to Wikipedia, you hit random. This is, God, when did I do this? This was, I've got to go look at my fucking Facebook. This was something stupid like 2000 and fucking fuck off, you stupid thing. 2009 I did this. So you go to Wikipedia, you hit random to find your random article. The first random article you get is the name of your band. Alternative, the first article you hit is short, hit random article 2 more times to get like a full word. You then go to random quotations and it gives the link for a quotations website and you get a quotation there. The last 4 or 5 words of the very last quote of the page is the title of your first album. You then go to Flickr, when Flickr was a fucking thing, Jesus Christ. Click on Explore the last 7 days, and the third picture, no matter what it is your album cover. And in 2009, I forgot I came up with Naval Squadron as the band, Damned If You Don't, and the picture was like a black and white guy standing by a road with the lights, obviously a slight time lapse, so you got the streaks of lights and things like that. It looked fucking awesome. It's the randomness for everyone to try it. I'll stick the full shit in Discord.
Hang on. Before you do, you need to fix the quotes page because the random quotes section on that site doesn't work anymore.
Oh, see, this is what. Oh my god!
Which is really disappointing because my band name is Pokataru Railway Line, and that's got to have a good album.
Oh, that is good. That is good. Well, does the Flickr still work?
I got 2 things.
The Flickr still works.
I've got 2 things to say about this. A, Barman, when's the album coming out? and B, why do you guys keep me out of the fucking green room? You scared of me.
Because you're not green enough.
No, yeah, it's only for us. So we can say, holy fuck, that dumb son of a bitch, and you don't know we're talking about you, right? Yeah. That's how it works, baby.
But I will stick it in the EiE general chat. So if any of the mods can just post another link for Discord for everyone, for anyone who hasn't got our Discord as yet, and I will fix the random quotations page to just the quotes of the day, because that'll be random enough. And then, I want to see people's albums.
I'm not going to look now.
Man, I love the day. DK, you remember back in the day when you'd get a fucking double album and you'd unfold that and look and you'd get the picture? My God, that was a day. People that don't understand what it's like to unwrap a real LP have no idea what they're missing.
No idea. Even CDs, for fuck's sake, they don't understand.
Yeah. No. And CDs were a pale imitation to an LP. Come on.
It's like these days. I'll put on the track. Oh, I like the intro. I'll skip next.
Those bug me so bad. Like you put on a song, listen to the whole song. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I can't stand that either, Blue. Drive me crazy.
Like I'll hop in the car with some
crazy.
The chance of anybody actually listening to an album front to back these days is next to 0.
So I've got
go.
So I know of an album, and it's a very obscure album from an extremely obscure band, but it is one that me and my roommate have come to love. It's called the band is called The Record Low, and the album is called Here to Stay. And it's their first album. It's some garage band out of Chicago. But every time I listen to it, I got to listen to the whole album. It's so fantastic. Every song on it's completely gold.
That's cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Gotta love a good album.
I need this in my life.
Yeah, so like one of the songs called "The Bottom" was actually in the game Watch Dogs, and that's how I found it. I was like, I heard it. It's like, oh, this is some random song I heard in the Watch Dogs, and I was like, oh, cool. Let me go check out the rest of the album, and I'll listen to it. And just every bit of it's completely gold. I have never heard these guys outside of that context, like on the internet. It's only in that Watch Dogs context. This is some band that. You look them up on YouTube, and there's no video of this band. They have an Instagram page with like 2 pictures. Like, they're completely unheard of, completely small garage band that has 3 albums, and only one of them is really good. The other 2 albums, but that one is so gold.
So many underrated musicians.
Well, Blue, it goes like this. You have your entire life to write the first album. You have like up to 24 months max to write number 2. Go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly how the music industry goes.
Yeah, but ever since I found that, it's just like that is... I've never met anyone else who's ever heard of the band. I've never met anyone else who's ever heard any of the songs or anything like that. They're so obscure.
I love obscure. Like, go, Barman. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, you've got to love movies for finding songs that most of us might have never heard of, things like that. There was a great film, God, I think it was about 2014, 2015, maybe something like that. You're Next, the slasher film, if anyone's seen it. And there's a great song in there, Dwight Twilley, Looking for the Magic. And it's an awesome song from like 1977 that I probably would have never heard apart from it being on this film. And then it got downloaded. It gets played in my pub quite often. And I still get people going, what the fuck is that song? What the fuck shit are you playing now? It's like, fuck off. It's good. Fuck you.
What you should say is, you're next.
They wouldn't get the joke.
Of course they wouldn't. But they'll get the stabbies.
Yeah, that's my wife normally does.
Stabbies.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Dick. You were going to say then as well?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was actually just typing out a response to somebody who actually seems to know what they're talking about in the chat. It's Joe Whip, and he's been in a ton of these, analog versus digital discussions, being an audiophile and a part-time writer. Well, myself, as somebody who went to audio engineering school in 89, 90, and then was on tour in bands for years, I love that discussion. So there has been talk on the EiE Network that we would get a show that's more of a deep dive into music production in the background. Johnny O from the Plot Hole is on board, and we're just close, but I'm so far behind, and we're trying to get it ready, but we're thinking about a show where we do a real deep dive. So we take like Van Halen Diver Down and compare it to 1984 and compare, get right into it, and people that are into this kind of thing would really get into it. I'm trying to keep it soft for people that aren't into it because, well, you just won't be there. But for those that are really into this kind of stuff, tearing into the depths of where the music came from is all that in a bucket of chicken, babies.
That sounds awesome.
You'd be surprised of the people who will just like watch it, or your subscribers, because when I follow a channel, he talks about film and all kinds of shit like that, but he also talks about toys and physical media, and the same people turn up. They really don't have any particular interest, but they just enjoy being part of the stream and listening in.
Yeah.
So you'd be surprised how diverse you can be and still have the same people fucking turn up.
DK, as you can see on the EiE Network recently, we've been playing with that because we have shows coming from left, right, and center, right? And sure, we do our bread and butter live shows like Pub Chat and the Shills, but we're trying to expand as much as we can to see how far you can push this shit. Why not? Right?
I mean, heck, what have me and you been chatting about in the Discord DMs here, Dick?
Blue, I was just going to say, we have to announce that coming very soon, Blue Earth Media and myself will be co-hosting with hopefully a couple other people, a show that is dedicated to the absolute fundamentals and joys of what racing is all about.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to start hanging around in lingerie departments in department stores, but
no, I hang around in bars.
I'd watch that.
That's really racist.
Yeah, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
No, I got his joke. That's racist.
I got it.
Oh, that was awesome.
I love racing. I love racing, man.
Do you?
Yeah, especially Formula One.
Dude. I've been watching Formula One since I was like 4 years old on my dad's knee, and I'm 50 years old, and it has been my entire life open wheel racing.
Train track watchers. That's all that is. Man, ovals where it's at. It's the only real form of racing.
You see, this is why we have to do a show. We have to do this. Oh my God, we have to do this.
Richard Petty.
The king.
Oh. Now, when you take stock car racing back to the days when you were sort of racing real cars, I mean, you might have had paper mache for a roll bar or something, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love those stories. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
These are people who are blue. How cool is that, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I've got a lot of
Maverick.
connections. I've got a lot of the connections to that time period and everything like that, and Red Farmer, who's a really good, who is part of my family basically.
Yes,
well, we talk. We talk to him all the time about this kind of stuff, and he'll always tell you the biggest innovation racing ever had was the fuel cell, because back when the cars were just completely stock and everything like that, the biggest fear a race car driver had was a fire. In fact, that's why Formula One drivers back in the day, they wouldn't wear seatbelts because they said, I would rather die in a car wreck instantly than die in the fire getting trapped in the belt.
And they also thought that being thrown from the wreckage due to the fuel tank was safer than fucking staying with it.
Yes.
You ever see those guys that they pull into the Formula One, they pull into the pits, and then everybody starts jumping around?
Yep.
And you don't see anything, and they're all on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's invisible fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't do refueling anymore in F1 because it got out of control. Out of control.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Real bad. There's so much technology in racing now, and that's one of the things that's hindering it. And I guess we could save this for whatever podcast we end up doing on racing. Yeah. But I can go all day on how anytime technology gets high, it ends up killing the sport. And that's one of the things that I actually respect about IndyCar racing, because IndyCar racing kind of embraced it.
Yes.
They didn't do what the stock car racing did.
No, you're not wrong there. And F1, it did take longer than IndyCar, but they did embrace the fact that, full pneumatic suspensions that can map the track and so on, and ground effect, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, because we got ground effects coming in 2022 now.
Yeah, but we have it done proper, not like it was in the 70s where people would just lose the skirt in the corner dead, right? This is going to be way better.
I feel they should let them go full out and let them use all the technology they have to the fullest, but they're limiting them.
Yeah, and
Formula
the reason why
every racing I don't know what they call it, but every racing genre has its limitations. Now, I think they should broaden the limitations a little bit.
The biggest problem with all that is that you end up having what is going on right now with Mercedes and Formula One dominating everything. When you end up taking the caps off of it, it makes it cheaper to enter, but it makes it harder to win. You have a massive gap between your top driver.
The other side of that is in Formula One, the regulations are very tight, but because of the advance that Mercedes got when the regulations changed, because you only get to develop so much each year because they don't want a development war, whoever starts the new generation on top is always going to be the leader. And they're looking at that right now going, yeah, that's fucked. That's not going to work.
And that's one thing I like about stock car racing is in stock car racing, it's you buy the car, you don't develop the car.
That's right.
The only exception there is NASCAR or is the Cup Series. The Cup Series is the only form of stock car racing where the cars are actually built by the teams that race them. Every other form of stock car racing, you buy the car.
But even in the Cup Series, the regulations are tight to the point where there's not too much difference, and it takes serious engineers to extract that few tenths that you need. And that's what you want, right? Is you want those few people to rise to the top and extract that extra and go, right? That's what we're looking for, right?
Well, that's the only way they're gonna go any further with what they're doing. Is with what you're saying.
Look, I'll say, I've always said this, and I'll say this again. If you want to find the best racing engineers in the world, go to Formula One and go to open wheel. But if you want to find the best drivers in the world, go to stock cars.
If you want to find the best drivers, you got to go to the stock series. But some of the ones where the cars are right when the cars are equivalent, but you do to say that isn't a whole 100% true because Formula One does have a few pay drivers that have to help with sponsorship to pay the bills. But I do believe that if somebody like Hamilton or Alonso was to step into any other form of racing, holy fuck, they're going to be right at the top, just like what's his name, Nigel Mansell did when he came over from F1 and just went, yeah, I got IndyCar. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. But I will say this: who's the boy who's won the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and has won? I think he won a world championship. Juan Pablo Montoya. How many races did he win in the Cup Series?
Oh, and
I will say that
Montoya left F1 because he couldn't stand the politics and he wanted to go back to real racing. And you've got to respect him for that.
Oh, no,
right?
Absolutely. Montoya is one of my favorite drivers. I loved him in the Cup Series, especially because him and Mark Martin battled it out every year, almost every race in 2009, especially that Brickyard 400. And Mark Martin's my favorite. He's my favorite race car driver when I was younger. And so I loved it because them two were always battling it out for the leads that one season that Montoya had a good season. But he's one of the best race car drivers you'll ever find. He can race anything. Yep. He's a racer. He'll do dirt racing. He'll do anything.
Yeah, but what about Lewis Hamilton from Mercedes?
Hamilton.
My problem with Lewis Hamilton is that dude complains if he races more than 18 times a year. Like
he's a pretty boy, whiny bitch who only does it for the money, and I have no respect for him at all.
He won in 2019.
I am sick and tired of these drivers complaining that they have to do more than one race a week. I don't want to pull the back in the old days, but dude, back in the old days, you ran 4 times a week. You would run 400 lap races. Like, it's insane how racing used to be. It's one of the few sports where you can actually go back in time and find the better athletes. I'm dead serious about that.
Well, hey, Red Bull has a really good team for 2021. So
probably we'll see. We'll see what these guys are made out of.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. It's in the works, right? So
yeah. But if you want to find the best drivers in the world, it's the guys who never get a chance. It's the short track drivers, or the lot of local drivers who just never get a shot. They never get the money. And if you want evidence of that, I'll pull to my own race team. I've got a racing teammate. His name is John.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I really do.
My racing teammate, he has records in go-karts and shifter carts, or not shifter carts, but it was the road course go-karts that weren't shifter carts at the time back in the 90s. He has records in juniors and everything like that, but he never got backing. So he got stuck racing local races, winning a lot of local races, but he got stuck in racing. Yeah,
well, that's what holds a lot of the really good drivers from being great.
Yeah, and then you have
the money.
Then you have kids, this one kid right now who's coming up the stock car scene called Ty Gibbs. Well, his granddad is Joe Gibbs, or the owner of Gibbs Racing.
What was his name?
The kid is named Ty Gibbs. Yes.
Ty Gibbs.
And his granddad is the owner of one of the largest stock car racing teams in the world. And so he's coming up like crazy. And yeah, he's super talented, but you're not going to sit here and convince me that he is one of the best race car drivers coming out. He's 18 years old, and he's had the benefit of having the best racing engineers behind him his entire life.
Right.
Like, simple as that.
A lot of the races have come from like soapbox derby and stuff like that. Here in the US, I mean, so you know.
Is soapbox derby even a thing anymore?
Yeah, it's still going. It's still going, man.
Not around us. Where at in the U.S. are you at?
I'm in Arizona. I'm in Arizona. There's a meet here every year. There's a meet.
So I'm in Alabama. If you're trying to get into any kind of racing, you start in go-karts. we don't have any soapbox or anything around here.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have
in
that?
Pittsburgh, and I don't know about any soapbox derby stuff anymore. When I was growing up in Cleveland every year, yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm not a kid. I will admit that.
Nor me, baby.
Yeah, around here you got to start out in go-karts.
Yeah,
I was sorry, guys. I was just reminded by a couple of us in the background that we have gone way over our normal 2 hours, and yeah, we're supposed to be shutting it down by now. I don't want to just kill it immediately because there was some good chat there. So why don't we say we'll give it another, 7:28 on my clock? We'll say we got 30 minutes, right? Is that good?
I like it. Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for it.
That works.
My stomach can growl
All right.
for a little longer.
We ain't going anywhere.
Cool.
Can I just say something? It's totally not at all what you're talking about. Racing cars and silly boy stuff like that. But no, I was in a stream earlier tonight. Well, I was in the chat, should I say. I don't get invited to many streams. I have to, break in like I did tonight. But I was
prick.
I was in the chat in an earlier stream tonight, and I said to this one of the moderators of one of these chats. I said, "Oh, I've got to go because I'm going to be a guest on the show." Well, I hadn't been invited at that point, but I was going to break in anyway. So he said, "Oh yeah, okay, fine. Give me. Just make sure you send me the link." And the link onto the Facebook page that we're in. And he turned up in the chat tonight, the Richard. So I want to say hello to the Richard. He's gone now because I think he got bored listening to us. But I don't know. I just like to say hello to somebody who is normally in a stream talking about movies and nerdism and all that kind of shit. But he came over to your stream tonight because I sent the link, and
nice.
I just want to say hello, Richard. You're not here now, but fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, so you're not here to hear me say thanks for turning. But that's kind of nice, though, isn't it? We drag people over from other people's streams that we know and say, yeah, come and listen to us talk bollocks for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great.
I see.
The more exposure you can get for the channel, the better.
Damn right.
That's not what my judge said, but that's
I'll tell you right. I'll tell you right now. The only thing that comes out of Dick's mouth is bollocks.
Oh,
you're not wrong there.
And I want to ask Kevin because he's been in a little chatteroo with Phil Jesus and you. Kevin, what enlightenment has Phil Jesus and you brought us here tonight?
Oh, nothing. No, they showed up and asked why a message was deleted, and I said it wasn't, and they said, "Oh, my bad," and that was it.
Hey!
I like Feel Jesus in you. You guys get so worked up. It's hilarious.
I mean, worked up. I'm literally describing what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, here we go. I shouldn't have even started. Fuck. I'll shut up now because I'm about to get myself in trouble. This is a South Park moment. I'm white trash and I'm in trouble.
No, you're not. You're good. You're good.
I'm just here and I'm always in trouble.
Oh man. So if we were going to go back to the copyright issues and whatnot, We have recently had some serious fucking bullshit on our channel and Kevin as well. And it was actually because of Kevin's videos that this has been brought to our attention. And we have uncovered an absolute fucking scam going on when it comes to YouTube copyright and music rights and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure that I can say without hesitation that what's going on is a blatant fucking against the rules, against the law, because once you grant a license, you've granted a license. But we're waiting in the background to hear from a lawyer so that I can actually, say this with certainty. But we think that we've totally uncovered a serious scam, and I can't wait to call that motherfucker out, Kevin, because holy fuck, that son of a bitch knows what he's doing, and he's a fucking asshole. I want this out.
Are you gonna Chris Hansen him? Are you like Chris Hansen him and like show up at his house?
No, I wish I could. If he lived near me, I would, to be honest, because I'm that hot, right?
You're not really giving us any details, which is okay. Because,
but yeah, and I can't because OK Boomer from Blackrod and myself have a stream planned coming up where we're going to blow this open. And but we got to do a little bit more due diligence in the background to make 100% sure that when I call this guy walking fucking human feces, I'm correct, right?
Due diligence.
Yeah. So, and I hate having to do research and stuff. So this guy's even pissing me off more than he did already, fucking asshole.
Yeah, but but that's what the show's all about, man. That's what it's all about. I love it.
Oh, Feel Jesus in You says he's got tons of whiskey going. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. Good to see you again.
Good. Yeah. I got a big bottle of bourbon sitting here just waiting.
Oh, I love it. I went to the store today and got myself a lovely big bottles of Baileys so that my coffee is just loving me back as much as I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then. Okay. One thing I got myself as a treat back for New Year's was a bottle of Baileys and a bottle of Grand Marnier.
Love it.
Yeah, have the two of those delicious.
Yeah, that's how you do it proper. You got to have the Grand Marnier, right, love? Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, now I've got a whole bunch of that stuff lying around in case I make duck à l'orange.
Good shout. Good shout.
What do you mean treat? I have this shit on constant order.
Well, I have a drinking problem. There's booze all over the house, and I forget to drink it. That's a problem.
No, that's not my problem. That's not my problem.
Anytime I have booze, it's a treat because I might have 3 or 4 shots a year or something like that. I used to be a really, really heavy drinker when I was in my 20s, and suddenly one day I wasn't drinking anymore. I think that was pretty much the day my divorce became final.
Hey. Honey, I got my divorce papers framed on my dresser. I shit you not.
No fucking wonder.
Yep.
Oh my word! But I try to have a shot of scotch every year on my birthday because my birthday is also the anniversary of the first manned lunar landing. So I'm actually celebrating the lunar landing rather than my birthday. Nice. But even now and then, I'll forget that.
You're a cheap date.
Yes, I am.
Do you want my number?
Well, unfortunately, you're a guy.
I think also I'm an expensive date.
I I don't know. Maybe I should try. Listen to Ken Ham a little bit more and try to change my sexual preference. Lesbianism just isn't working out for me.
Holy shit! And the hammer fell.
Damn.
That was amazing. I love this chick. She knows how to have fun. That's awesome.
Oh my! Yeah, I will laugh at myself first. I'll be the first one to do it, and
yeah, me too. You got to. If you're not willing to put yourself on the fucking stage, you can't put others. You got to play fair, right?
Absolutely, yes. Indeed.
I remember the days when I used to be a pretty boy. Now I'm just an old fart.
Look, man, you
God,
gotta
I know that feeling.
You got to treat others how you'd like to be treated. If you wouldn't laugh at everyone else, you must laugh at yourself. Just simple as that.
Oh, absolutely, indeed. And
I love laughing at people.
What's really fun is for my Twitter icon, my co-host Kate Bionic Dance ran my icon through an age regression program a couple of times and came up with what I would have looked like about 30 years ago. And it's just too bad I could not have been out at that time because I wasn't looking too bad in that picture, okay? No, the one you see now, that's me now. But the one me at what I would have looked like about 30, damn, she's fine.
That's good.
I might have got a couple more nibbles then, but oh well, such is the life,
Oh, nibbles? I remember what those were. Let's see. It was before the gray in the beard. It was before the mostly single parenthood. And it was before, what was that time? Oh, yeah, right. When I gave a rat's ass. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The nibble stage was not there. Here.
Okay, then. Yeah, I like it.
Gray in the beard. Wait, are you saying, Dick, that your cartoon emblem is not exactly representative of what you are?
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Blue, have you not seen me ever on camera?
I actually have not.
Oh, I was live on camera on Brainy Beaver's stream earlier today, and I've got like all long hair, one length down past my belt. I'm 6'1", like I'm a total 70s rocker, right? And I'm 50. I've got the best hairline, no gray in the hair or anything, but my beard wants to be gray, and I'm too fucking lazy to shave every day. So I'm a goner now. That's it. It's over.
Yeah,
I'm exposed. I'm old.
I'm sort of similar. I've got all brown hair, but my beard is completely red. Have you ever noticed that?
I used to get red in the beard, and those spots are now gray. So welcome to the club, motherfucker.
Oh no!
There was just a thread going on Twitter. Somebody had posted, how many of you ladies think that gray in the beard is absolutely hot? And there are quite a few who actually go for the silver fox look. Yeah.
I'll say this, Lav. I'm 50, and the average age of a woman who gives me her phone number is probably 38 to 40. Okay. Because I don't look 50. And I'm loving that, because when I was 17, I could get served anywhere I wanted. So I get the best of both worlds, and fuck you all.
I know that.
Never mind. Which women give you your ask for your phone number. Which are the ones you give your credit card details to?
There you are. No, but I mean, back when I was 16, 17 years old, yes, I could go into a state liquor store, buy whatever I wanted, and go out, no questions asked. I mean, people were thinking I was looking about 30. And then, I'm coming up near 60. I'm almost 64 now, and everybody's thinking that I'm 50 years old. And I have to tell them, I'm older than I look, and it's nice the way that works. It just doesn't get me any.
You barely look my age, so fucking wearing it well, honey.
Well, Donkey, sure, and I just wish somebody would look my direction. I know what the problem is. Okay, number one, I'm old. Number two, I'm fat. Number three, I'm ugly. Number four, let's see.
It comes down to the titties. Some just can't handle a real fucking evening.
Yeah, well, there's the problem. Mine come off with my bra, unfortunately. That's one of the other problems I've got going. I could never afford the surgeries. For those,
God,
who don't know, I'm trans. Okay,
you're in the States. That must cost an unbelievable fucking penny, honey. Holy fuck!
It does. Yes.
Wow.
A friend of mine and I were talking a while back about costs.
That's some sick shit.
She had said something to me about, you haven't got the surgery yet. I said, no, I can't afford it. And she said, well, mine was only $25,000. And it's like, what? And this, by the way, was 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah. So we're talking like a good fucking 100 large now.
That's
at
like
least
the price of a house.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And there's really
so they're expecting you to lay out at least 100 large so that you can actually be the person you were born to be. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you got it. There it is. And there's the other thing with, it doesn't stop there.
Fucking assholes.
I know a lot of girls who pay more for electrolysis than for the genital surgery. Yeah, absolutely. Especially, some of them look like Robin Williams, but it's another story entirely. But when you're talking about $60 an hour for electrolysis, and some of us need quite a few treatments. So it does add up. Oh boy, does it ever! I can
only imagine.
I was just never lucky enough to be able to afford any of it. And by now, my health is shot, so nobody's going to work on me anyway. Because I am terminally ill. So that's another story right there.
Yeah, I've got not awesome news in that world as well, so I'm totally feeling the vibe. It's amazing. A lot of us find each other online in this same circumstance, is it not?
It is indeed. Sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes it's a pain in the butt, because I've met quite a few people with kidney problems, and they tell me all about, well, you have to find a new normal, and it's like, screw you, kidney
how dare you?
Is never going to be normal in my book. Okay, so just going to ride this out and see what the hell happens as far as that goes. But I'll take what I can while I can.
Well, we're rooting for you 100%. Absolutely.
Sure.
Exactly. Absolutely. I really feel, God damn it. Can I stammer anymore, for the love of God? I'm not 100% good in social situations in real life. I'm quick to, take somebody who won't wear a mask in a public situation and straighten them out. But I'm 6'1", 185 pounds, long hair, scruffy, intimidating motherfucker, right? So no big deal. But when it comes to situations like what we're doing right now, hanging out, if we were in my living room doing this, I would not be the boisterous voice that I am. And it's very difficult for me. I get a lot of social anxiety, a huge amount. Like anybody who tries to catch me on Twitter will realize, he only answers his PMs like once a month. That's because I can barely face logging into that fucking cesspool. Oh, please don't make me. PM me on Discord, please, please, please. It makes more sense to me, and it's my happy place. Just please do that. But it's horrible. It's nasty. And in this day and age of social media, a lot of people don't appreciate how really tough it can be to make that switch. And you know what I'm getting at here? Because I'm almost tongue-tied myself right now trying to describe it, because it's freaking me out just being in that reality to try to do it. You know what I mean?
Yes. And the interesting thing is, having that shyness, having that social anxiety. I can tell you that I have what I call Johnny Carson syndrome. He was in show business because he was so painfully shy. That's why I'm in broadcasting. That's why I have the YouTube channel, is I am so freaking shy. I can open up on the YouTube channel, but when it comes to in the same room sitting around, then I'm the meek little mouse over in the corner, and nobody, is that a person in the corner over there? No, that's just a lump over there, one of those deals. And it's amazing how that microphone between me and the world helps me open up, where they can't reach over and get me. It's such a
comfort zone. Right? It's such a comfort zone. It gives you the freedom. It's like having a thick wall in the shower where you can just sing and nobody can hear you.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. Oh my word. It's great to find somebody who understands. Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. I got that. So, I hate to kill it, but we're way over our normal pub chat. We got 10 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's go around the table. Kevin, why don't you direct us around for some final thoughts and whatnot? Because holy fuck, we're going to kill our algorithm thing if we don't shut this motherfucker down.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Geo Sam, what'd you think of tonight?
Well, hey, I really enjoy being here, and the last time I was here, I had so much fun. It was great. And I just want to say thank you. And
well, you're a big sweetie anyway, so.
Yeah, I like Geo Sam. He belongs on the channel from time to time, so he's going to get the invites, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate that. And I'm part of the TMI show, which is the
with Linda,
tea and Danish, bit of tea and Danish. That's it starts at it's 11 a.m. Pacific time. Or
I love Linda. I love her.
She's great.
She's a big sweetie. Yes.
Oh my God, she's amazing.
She just got herself a new puppy. She had one of her recent companions had passed away, and she got a new puppy. And
I got the pics.
German Shepherd. Oh, you got the pics? Oh,
yeah. It's the most cute. Oh my God, I'm not even a dog person, but holy shit, that is a cute little dude, man.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a show today, but they wanted to spend time with their puppy, so.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Okay.
So,
yeah, well, that's Morton too, because he is like Morton when it comes to the debunking community. He's a hard ass. He doesn't like bullshit. But when it comes to his friends, he is the softest, most loving dude. The Nielsen's are two of the greatest people in this community.
Yeah, they sure are.
Absolutely.
And they're very willfully unsubscribed. And if anyone wishes to subscribe to them, I mean, I can post a link in the chat, and people can do what they like. So
drop it absolutely.
I'll drop it, that's for sure. But thanks for having me.
Always good to have you. Always good to have you.
Yep.
Lavender Lady, what did you think of tonight?
tonight was an absolutely wonderful thing. I love the spontaneity. Just the whole discussion topic and everything else. I will say, I do. If you guys wanted me around ever again, I would not refuse. Okay. And I do want to thank you for this opportunity. It was really great being here, just talking with you folks, and et cetera, et cetera. Yay.
Well, expect an email from Aimee soon. We'll get you on proper.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yes. Oh,
Excellent,
my word.
excellent. And DKG Custom, what do you think of tonight?
You forgot the S.
Oh, shut up. I'm not a border guardian. I'm not a border guardian, numpties. No, it's as always, you know. Well, I wasn't invited. I gate crashed, and it's always good to chat with you. Love to talk to you guys. You know, especially love to talk to Kevin about more science and movies and all that kind of stuff. It's always great. What do you want? I'm drunk.
Okay.
Fair enough. That works. Fair enough. You're muted, Dick.
Oh, you and DK do have that movie link. That's a big one, right? You guys both are deep in that.
Me's got to grab the link from Sam because he can't post it in the chat.
Oh, shit. Okay. Post it in the meets chat there, Sam.
And in the meantime, Aimee Hogan, what did you think of tonight?
It was a lot of fun. This was a great show tonight. I had so much fun. Everybody had great conversation. We love you, Lavender Lady, and we need to have you on more often. And we're glad to have you, DKG.
Well, thank you, honey. Thank you sincerely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We mean it. and thank you, Blue Earth, for coming on too. You're great, and we just have so much fun when you're on. And I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming too. Thank you very much. It was a good evening.
and Aimee, I think I need a little bit of an applaud for keeping it clean.
Oh yes. Oh yes, about not talking about certain things. That's right. Yay! Just kidding.
Excellent. And of course, can't forget Blue Earth Media. What did you think of tonight?
Oh man, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed talking to you guys and meeting a couple new people. Sam, Lavender Lady. I don't think I've ever met you guys before, so
I don't remember meeting you, but it was wonderful to do so. Yay!
Yeah, it was a fun stream. Went a little longer than I thought it would, but it was a lot of fun. Thanks to the invite, guys. I had a grand old time, and of course, I enjoy talking racing any chance I can get. So that was a fun half hour. I guess a preview of the future one.
Excellent.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't either now. So it'll be cool.
I love racing, and I'd love to be a part of that show. If you guys ever put that together, that would be something I'd love to be a part of.
I will say right now that by the end of March, we will have that show on the go. Absolutely, positively, 100%. There is nothing going to stop us.
Nice.
The only thing is that if it's in March, well, it can't be on a Saturday. I'm racing every Saturday in March, so.
But it couldn't be. It would have to be Sunday evening so we can recap the weekend.
All right.
Right? Does it not?
Well, I mean,
right?
To be fair, some of the NASCAR races are going to run into the evenings.
Right? So we have to do this at 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday, right? So we can recap what really happened. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
All right, Dick, I'm looking at my Discord right now, and it doesn't look like I'm subscribed to your server for some reason.
Yeah. Here, we've got a link in our, I can actually, here, wait a minute. I'm not useless. I can do this. Discord, it's in the description. No, it's not. Oh my God, really?
Oh no. Broken.
Okay, here, I can fix this. Kevin, save me. Do something. Fuck.
I got nothing. We've gone around the table. We're about to call it a night.
Oh, okay. So as I'm going to babble at the end of the show here, we're going to roll the credits, and I am going to post a Discord invitation link to our Discord as we roll the credits. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We did have a great chat. We went all over the spectrum. We had an absolute blast. Blue Earth Media, top-notch bloke. We're going to be doing some serious racing streams coming up soon. And on that note, I want to say, remember, ladies and gentlemen, flat earthers are fuck nuggets. Anti-vaxxers are fuck nuggets. And conspiracy theorists are fuck nuggets. So for the love of all that is scientific, do not be a fuck nugget. See you soon, fellow babies. We're out of here. Let's say goodnight.
Good night, folks.
Night.